previous encounter with the Blood Witch. Digging into her crimes, it appears she has also been spying on a large amount of the city's underworld. For what purpose? Who knows? Now, as all of you under Lady Lalafro is currently here at a bathhouse with her various attendants and guards. And Zed, who is apparently just, seducing the local teenage nobility.
No, it's not seducing, it's gathering intel.
Whatever you say.
I mean, whatever you tell the cops at the end of the day, I mean.
So when we picked up last time, Ceres and Vickers had just entered into the bathhouse. Ceres getting herself nice and comfortable as Vickers, acted as her attendant there, while also trying to eavesdrop, I believe. That was the plan?
Yeah, that was it.
Well, I'll let both of you have a go at rolling perceptions if you would like.
All right. I can do this.
Hey man, we got this. We got this.
I know how to roll.
Gonna do a wisdom perception check.
Yes.
We are excellent at this.
I'm gonna add my psychic note to this, I believe.
Okay.
Where is it? Here it is. 2. So 14.
Okay. Vickers and Ceres do their best to try and eavesdrop on the conversation on the other side of the curtain. What limited conversation goes on, at least. Though for Ceres, perhaps she's just, this bath is really nice. It's like, she's got like wonderful mineral water bath with like bath salt. When was the last time she had the luxury of all this? A little distracting, perhaps.
It's a luxury we've not had in a very long time.
I'll let you know as developments come, but as for the moment, as Vickers listens, he doesn't hear anything that particularly alarms him. Right now, it's mostly just the rather gruff old man who entered before, the quarry, as it were. Mostly, the few things you do end up hearing him say are mostly asking the young attendant he has with him to get me a towel, or I need more hot water, or things you'd kind of expect.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know as things continue. Meanwhile, outside, Amnas is approached by Rodrigo, who looks rather upset and now significantly more clothed than the last time you saw him.
Well, good for him that he found his clothes. Amnas will first try to just ignore anyone approaching him. He's standing guard after all, looking, just trying to track the quarry here. So he might not necessarily notice him the first time, the first second. But yeah.
Sir?
Amnas will slowly move his eyes over to the side, look him up and down, and sort of say, Yes.
He gives a rather like annoyed look that you're being so casual with this. You say invaded my bath.
He seems to think for a second, and then he nods, and then he there's something like about his demeanor that changes subtly here. Goes from his normal like icy exterior to perhaps something more like relieved, or like he's trying to basically convey like, oh thank God you're here sort of face. And he will say, ah yes, my deepest apologies. However, he sort of moves a little bit in the corner and motions like conspiratorially that Rodrigo is to follow.
He follows, so he looks very annoyed still.
He says, ah yes, you do seem to be quite the heroic character, young sir, and I am quite happy that you've actually approached me. For you see, I am a man on a mission of grave importance. Hiding inside this bath is a villain of the blackest sort. Someone that we have been tracking for days, but we are finally close to arresting. And someone of your impeccable talents, no doubt would be a great boon to us in this quest. I take it that you are an agent of justice, as you would, as your noble countenance no doubt witnesses about, yes.
Trying to figure out if this is a persuasion or a bluff.
I prefer persuasion, but you know, it's up to you.
I mean, you are indeed tracking
Yes,
someone who you believe might be evil.
yes.
I can see persuasion definitely being an option here.
All right, yes, because Amenas has basically identified this, uh, like, you know, Hotspur, sort of maybe young noble, at least adventuring bard type. You know, he's a rake and probably loves high adventure and like stuff like that. Or he's a rich noble who's just bored, and maybe this will actually trigger his interest. Sort of pour the anger away from him and concentrate it or focus it towards something that they can find quite useful here. Because he doesn't necessarily want to like duel this fop in the middle of this garden, because that'll cause quite the scene. So this is a way of trying to just, you know,
We're just trying to disarm this situation.
Oh, for sure, for sure. He's being like that relieved, conspiratorially secret agent on a mission sort of thing.
Let's see how well you convey that.
18. It's pretty damn good.
18.
Or 23 if I have advantage. I do have an inspiration actually. Can I put that down to get like?
I haven't said the outcome yet. I'm happy if you want to use it.
Do I keep the good roll? Or do I? Because it gives you advantage normally, right? So I don't know really.
In that case, I could let you take the upper roll if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll remove the inspiration.
As the king is particularly not wanting to cause a fuss here.
No, he's trying basically to appeal to this young man's, as he suspects, sense of adventure and probably fairly high self-esteem if it's gonna come like challenging him to a duel just because he opened up the bath door.
There's a pause in his. There's kind of a pause just to Rodrigo's movements. Then a raised eyebrow as he kind of leans in close of an ear. Now, you have come to the right person. Rodrigo is quite skilled in this area.
Amanas nods gravely and says, "Yeah, that is such a relief to hear, Sir Rodrigo. And I do apologize for any slight, I might, of course, but you see, the villain is of such nefarious nature that I cannot be sure of anything unless I absolutely double check. Again, he makes a slight bow. She is quite the villainess. He sort of inclines towards the veranda over there where Lady Mizara is sitting. We have it on good authority that she is meeting someone quite, well, some sort of illicit contact. We think a spy for a foreign nation, perhaps, in the bath. I have associates there in place who are trying to overhear the conversation. I am here keeping track so she doesn't try to make a break for it. Any assistance you could supply, Master Rodrigo, would be vital to our efforts, no doubt.
He nods very sagely at you as he just dramatically poses as he thinks. Yes, I understand. Can't allow a foreign spy to infiltrate this fair land.
Nods.
It may not be my homeland, but that does not change my sense of honor.
Amanas bows and says, "Then I am quite pleased that my sense of your noble character has proved perfectly correct. I do have a good sense about people, after all." He smiles.
He's completely eating at your flattery.
Yep. No, Amanas recognizes this. Like, this is a character he has seen before and perhaps been in a previous life. So, Master Rodrigo, what skills would you be able to provide us with? What help can we count on from your noble self?
Rodrigo is a man of many skills. That of the sword, that of the tongue. I'm sure I can help arrange something for you. Perhaps even a distraction to get the attendants away, if you wish.
Yeah, Amanas nods. Oh, that would be absolutely wonderful, Master Rodrigo. We would be much in your debt. Now, he motions towards Lady Mizara. The lady over there with this with the unseemly scar across her otherwise beautiful face is the one we seek. She has a bodyguard that I am hopeful shall not follow into the bath, but if he does, perhaps he could be a decent distraction target as well.
I believe I saw him courting with one of my ladies earlier. Yes.
He Apnas nods. Such a slight could definitely not be excused.
As I'll note down that you have now prepared a distraction.
Wonderful. Amanas will then wink conspiratorially towards Rodrigo, and he will say, "Now, if you excuse me, young Master Rodrigo, I must resume my vigil. My companions has trusted me with this most arduous and vital task. I am sure you understand." As he moves away, Amanas sort of takes a sigh of relief, like, "Oh my god, that worked."
You also get the sense looking at him, like, yeah, he might know how to use a weapon.
Yeah.
You're sure the barbarian over there is going to win.
Oh yeah, no. I like it. That's good. Good idea actually. If Amanas, he's not the most seasoned of warriors, but he might he would suspect that Rodrigo is some sort of rogue or bard, maybe.
Somewhere on that kind of skill set, yeah.
Yeah. But not then like a frontliner.
No.
More of a poser, perhaps.
He's definitely feels that more like bard to rogue kind of
Mm-hmm.
The more flamboyant
Yes.
attacker than the powerhouse.
Yeah, he nods to himself. Very good. And then he will resume his vigil here to just keep track of
And the good news, he can make a distraction. So
yeah, no, that's excellent.
Zed further inside, meanwhile. You're currently sitting down with the nobility. Is there a particular topic that is trying to learn about, or does he just want a rumor?
Rumors regarding the bathhouse, like anything, that kind of things.
What, you want to learn more about the bathhouse?
Yeah, or like a rumors about the nobles here, or anything like that,
Okay.
or like the owner, or something like that.
So oh my god, yeah, there is this so the owner of this place is this guy. He's really handsome, Marco Alatori. I don't know if you know him. Oh, his dark hair is just luscious. No, she pauses, looks over to the side. He's been playing favorites a lot around here, I'll be honest. He's been giving special treatment to that woman. She kind of briefly eyes the door when in the direction of Lady Nazaricus. But to be honest, it won't last. Marco keeps his toys around for a couple of months and chucks them out. So hard to get. Broken the hearts of half his patrons.
Certainly intriguing. Can you tell me more about him?
She
Maybe-
gives a curious look. Anything in particular?
I suspect Lady Misara is her lover. At least that is the rumor that I have heard. So I just wanted to confirm that kind of suspension. But you told, she, the Marcus, simply uses his handsomeness and then discards Lady's hearts away.
Yeah. Really. Yeah. I was call him a lady killer. I mean, it seems like every few months he's got a different mistress who then goes away heartbroken and making a scene after being pampered with free stuff.
Intriguing, certainly.
He's not just handsome, he's smart, he's skilled. He's got an entire library of books at his place, apparently.
That gives like an intriguing look about things and start to ponder of the situation. Huh. I mean, certainly he is very smart if you are able to run the business like this, seeing all around, specifically pointing outside. There's a certain amount of talent. I don't discard that any form of it. But thank you for your information. Do you have any other topics of interest you wish to talk about? It is rare to, have opportunity to talk Elvish.
Actually, yes, I have some questions, actually. I've actually been recently reading this. She starts going into a large topic talk asking you about Elven poetry that she's been recently trying to read.
Oh no.
Oh god, I bet she's got the really trashy stuff that is really uncouth to actual elven culture.
Oh, it's someone who's culturally appropriating so
Oh
hard.
yeah, it's actually written by a human that thought that they knew elven culture.
It's
That's
not,
awful.
your ears are so pointy. I dream of sleeping with you jointly, and you're like, oh, oh
And-
no.
At least it's not written by a half elf who lives in the human society, thinking.
Oh.
Her,
Whoa.
her,
Jesus.
Zed has joined the racism. Yes.
Whoa. Zed is a racist old man.
It's alright, Ceres is a
Ouch.
racist young woman, sad.
Yeah, clearly. Come on.
It's like this is just some sort of filthy half-blood. You're like, Zed, what the fuck?
no,
Yes.
no.
Um,
Do I have to roll anything for this poetry, or
don't
just
need to roll anything. She is mostly just going to be making conversation with you here. It's nothing that's like, with your scholarly background. There's no problem here. You can talk to her and answer her questions. As it turns out, you'll discover she is, well, looks like she's used a lot of her kind of noble time and resources to study, being a bit of a budding scholar in her own right, and even amateur wizard.
Amateur wizard, you say?
Mm-hmm. You know, she only has the base. She only has the basics down, but she's been trying to study various like old elven like texts she can get hold of to learn more.
Get this woman's contact information, damn it!
Like, I guess I would try with that because, like,
Oh man.
so I guess I would say, like, I might not be inquiring, like, know all, but certainly, fair lady Neraya, the one I arrive with, might be interested in someone with your talents. I could put like a recommendation ahead.
Yes, it's all coming together.
You'll make a contact at least in Lady Charlotte Verlens. There you go. Verlens.
Can you write that in the chat so I can add it to
It
my
is
notes?
now on her token.
Oh, damn, okay. Valky, can you write it in the notes? I've got a baby in my arm.
Oh yeah.
So cute. Just in like the main notes would be cool.
I think at some point among the Elven Poetry, I think Seth will let like a little slip up regarding like he wants this to be like a noble contact. So he's gonna talk about like the royal ballad or like a royal ball that he went with his wife like 200 years ago or 300 years ago, whatever, when he was forced. But like that's a topic that he brings up, just to like make him look like a noble, some sort of.
I'll make a note of that when we come back to you.
Because Seth certainly likes talking about his wife. So it is a topic that we'll bring up. But he will also give like a things about the poetry and practices of arcane and all that kind of stuff. Not mind being like.
Yeah, he's very fascinated by elven culture, like all elven cultures.
Yeah.
The wood elves, the high elves, and the blood elves. So. I do like how I could actually hear like Haldamir's eyes light up at the idea of amateur wizard.
Hey man, you know my plans. You've seen my grand designs.
I am worried immediately.
Lady Charlotte is definitely a she is definitely the kind of person who's just like super into elven culture. You know, appreciation versus how far appreciation versus appropriation is an interesting question, but she's clearly a fan.
I think that line is always difficult to draw and usually revolves around respect.
Mm-hmm. I'll leave that interpretation up to the actual elves of the group to end up figuring out. Meanwhile, back in the bath, Zed and not Zed, Ceres and Vickers are continuing to enjoy the bath. Well, Zed mostly getting to stand there awkwardly.
Seth is not in the bath.
I did correct myself and say Vickers afterwards.
Sorry, say again. I was
It's fine.
Oh god.
Sarah's, just kind of bring us back round to Sarah's and Vickers. Vickers, of course, having the bit of awkward thing of just having kind of stand there.
Yeah, I imagine he's kind of basically sitting on his knees. You know what I mean? Like no, sitting on like he's kneeling down, sitting back on his feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
close
knees
by.
together sort of thing. Like
Knees together, yeah.
yeah.
So that he can attend to Lady Naraya, but also keep an ear out behind him.
Waiting on all of Sarah's demands.
Yes. Each one he will remember.
there are none here. That we don't need to show off here. She knows that Vickers can hold a grudge.
He may not be a dwarf, but he has a book of grudges. Yes.
Vickers does end up realizing something though as he's kind of serving there and trying to keep an ear out.
Yes.
The old man, you can suddenly realize he's talking to the young servant, but he's gone into much more hushed tone suddenly.
Oh.
That you can't really make out exactly what he's saying. You can maybe make out a couple of words of it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it seems like the kind of thing of, like not clearly he doesn't want anyone to be able to overhear in the bath.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay. Your idea.
Ceres will look to the attendant, the only attendant that it appears to be in this this room right now, and will say, "Fetch me another glass of wine." Like shoo her away.
She pauses. At your command. She briefly steps out to go get one.
And now Vickers is free to get real up close to the
he wants to
curtain.
get close. Yeah. He's gonna sneak up to the curtain and have a closer ear. See if he can make out what they're talking about.
Okay. I'll give you a chance to redo your perception then to hear exactly what's being said.
All right. Come on. Oh no.
Could I have maybe aided him in this? As
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. You can both have your ear up to the curtain if you want.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on. There's the button.
Like in hushed tones, trying to no, quite.
Surely between both of us, one of us will roll.
Between us, surely.
4 rolls, surely.
Nope.
Oh no.
Why did they put us in charge? I don't know.
I don't know. The most perceptive of the bunch. Why are we even here?
I'm proficient in
you
it
wanted
as
to
well.
go the past.
That's okay.
You reap what you sow.
It's fine. It's fine. This isn't the
Good idea,
important roles
everything.
for me, I think.
No. It is for Vickers, but it's fine.
Unfortunately, with that,
We know nothing.
you don't manage to really pick up on much. You don't really manage to pick up on much other than clearly the old man is. I mean, clearly he's hiding something, but
Yeah.
you can't really
He's trying
tell.
to be harsh about it, but we don't know what exactly it is. That's fine.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, at this point, I guess we just have to wait for Lady Mizar to come over.
Well, it's not actually going to be too long till that now.
Oh. I wonder if he noticed us and was like, bring her over, but tell her about these suspicious people near the. So, I guess we'll find out.
Your wine,
Thank you.
Elven wine, as you said to the matron D last time.
Ah. Good. They remembered. I'm gonna rack up a fucking bill here, guys.
Oh, trust me, I'm keeping track of the gold.
nice.
You can just use Vickers to steal all the money and then pay it back.
There we go. It's alright, we're gonna
We're
rob
gonna
this
go-
place at another time.
If you're gonna cause a scene, this is as a player, not as a character.
Mhm.
You could use the opportunity, steal a lot of money, and then pay it back.
It's true.
I did not hear this conversation.
They're on the move.
Oh. Come out. Oh,
A few things happen here, kind of all back to back, but
all right. Let's slow down time.
so Lady Nerai ends up going into the changing room and starts getting ready for her bath. The meanwhile, has got a bodyguard goes to just sit down on one of the seats out in the lobby. Seeing the move, the ever bold Rodrigo starts following them. And seeing the lady exit view, I can almost see him just start like slowly edging his way across the lobby, starting to count down, thinking how long it would take him to go through the changing room. Which obviously, how long he takes is not going to matter at all. But
No.
he's clearly trying to put together a calculated plan.
Well, that's good.
Right as Lady Nerai is kind of coming in, the door closes behind her. Moments after, Rodrigo also starts stepping up towards the skulled bodyguard, and accusing him of having relations with his woman.
Oh God.
So
Scandalous.
if all goes to hell here and we can't like get anything, we could just like dog pile on them and arrest them and just get them out of here, right?
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
Because at the very least, for Lady Mizara, she has committed crimes in the sense that the mayor's like, she's spying here, she shouldn't be. So we need to capture her anyway.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's just don't, cause undue destruction. But yeah, let's get her if we can.
Hmm.
Ends up coming into the bar, so she doesn't end up joining the person you thought she would.
Huh.
Instead, just simply going into the bar just across.
Can we hear the attendant talking to her?
You won't ever hear the attendant for the moment, who is greeting her by name and asking how her day is. Clearly quite familiar with her at this point. She's usually ignore the ice cream truck.
Makes you hungry for ice cream.
Dude, get me a 99 flake.
It's summer every week. There's an ice cream truck on Friday nights, so it's literal clockwork here now. So
great.
but it's mostly mostly like her reassuring, like she's prepared the bath the way she likes it, using X and Y and this fragrance, and oh yes, I'll pull the curtain for you. As she has the curtain pulled part of the way round.
Okay.
Doesn't keep, she doesn't keep it all there. She kind of keeps a little bit at the bottom there open.
I see.
There we go. Then she also asks the attendant to go get her a drink. Actually, we'll give you a few moments after just the room being.
Okay. Now is a good chance, if any, if he wanted to, at this point, to just dogpile. But do we?
Right.
Or do we want to wait?
Yeah, we don't really know what she's doing here at the moment.
No.
Yeah. No, we don't know.
I mean, that would be. I mean, we have enough to just grab her and haul her off because the mayor is not really gonna. The mayor is gonna side with us, whatever we do here.
No. The thing here is just getting in more information. That's what we're here for. Like, our base goal is to get her, and we can do that. But hopefully, but we want more information about what the hell she's doing or who she's meeting and what's going on. So, I guess we can wait. But Nikus will mention, be ready to both Aminus and Sarah's Zed is unfortunately he can't talk to him, but perhaps maybe is that a window here? Dark?
It's not. It's yeah. It's a window. It's got a fancy pattern over it, but it's a window you can see through it.
Okay. Yeah, maybe like the fact that Emmons is there might tip Zed up to something, but yeah, I don't think Zed would know instinctively what's going on.
If Amenaz is definitely like keeping an eye on Zed through the window and trying to catch his attention, or like being like, you know, if he gets an eye from Zed, he'll be like nodding towards the bathroom, like, huh? Remind me, because I've forgotten since last week, who is in here at the moment?
The
Yeah.
old man with the like red eyes or whatever.
Right, red
Yeah.
eyes old man.
Most likely Marcus. The one I got rumors about.
Oh right, okay.
Most
Yeah, we
likely.
don't want to arrest him necessarily.
No.
It was some kind of red-eyed old man. It seemed like Lady Mariah was at least had some interest in, given she started moving as soon as he entered the building.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a question, Dark. You can say no because this is outside the realm of what I should care to be able to do. But Vickers would, if he could, like to do what he did similarly before at the chapel to find out where Theo was. In sense of like basically sensing any psionic like energy or disturbances, but mostly so he wants to see if there's any communication being done. He doesn't think he'd be able to zone in on what exactly is being said, but just to know that it's present,
Hmm.
if it is.
Trying to think of the right way to go through this here.
Yeah, or it's a. I understand. I'm
If you
asking a
want-
lot here.
If you would like to have I want you to like a little sweep of the room, seeing if there's some kind of like telepathy or like other psionic ability in use in the room.
Yes.
I could allow you to expend one of your fancy dice, and basically I'll give you, you can basically do a sweep saying like, is there anything? Yes, no.
Okay, so it's kind of like a divine sense, but using psionic. I get it. Yeah, I will definitely use one of my die for that.
As you extend your mind out, bouncing through the room. But your result comes back up hollow. No one in this room appears to have psionic potential, or nor is any kind of like telepathy or like that kind of mental communication, as far as you could tell, going on.
Okay. Well, I guess we wait and see what else happens then.
I mean, one of the things that also happens is what Amanus ends up seeing outside.
Oh god.
You know, he will he will give a slight nod towards Rodrigo, being like, "Yeah, good work."
As like a rather loud scene is actually starting, seemingly drawing the attention of quite a few nobles.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
Even the noble who was in the massage parlor is like, what the hell's going on?
I guess now might be the time.
Yes.
If we need to. So basically, if we grab her and take her out sort of this way and out here, I think that is the most.
Yeah. Do we want to do that? I feel like the longer we wait, the less of a chance we get. This is like the perfect
Yeah.
opportunity.
I think so too. There is no. We haven't found any windows here, sadly, so we can't just skip. We seemingly have to go through
The front door.
the front. We could go through here, I guess.
Scale the outside walls here, I guess, if you could wanted to, but yeah.
No,
Well, actually, we
no
have
windows
some
south side or
blanket,
side.
an area in darkness. So,
yeah, we could.
as long if we get the manacles on her, then
Mhm.
maybe even Sorose herself can like basically shove her through, right?
I think it will be
I
easier
mean-
just go through the door.
I can attach
That's
the
cool.
darkness to a thing
It's-
and let it move.
That's
with
true.
me.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can just
yeah,
run through
attach-
with it, right?
Attach
Yeah.
like to the manacles, so they just clamper. So yeah, do we want to go through the front doors? Maybe the guards will be pissed, but hopefully not. Or we can jump through a window here.
Just go to the doors. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if we get caught or not. We're working for the.
No, it's more like that we want to fight the guards if it comes to it.
I mean, you can just book it. Just
Yeah, we'll
run
book
around.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
we got this. All right. So how do we want to start this here?
Well,
Vickers has manacles, so I guess he'll have to rush
You
for
want
her.
first to knock her out, so she doesn't scream or anything like that.
yep. Backstab her.
So psychic knife, basically non-lethal, basically trying to like sever her like
Yeah.
consciousness or something.
I will also note to you, by the way,
Yes.
that if you don't react immediately, they're going to start reacting to like, what's the commotion outside?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which
Okay.
may or may not benefit you. Everyone in the room reacting to that, but you don't know.
All right. Let's start this. Vicus is going to move fast. Gosh, what's the best way to do this?
I think it's just to sneak up behind her and just backstab her. Really.
Yeah. Because yeah, he wants to move around basically in a circle here, like around this way, and try and get the drop on her because the curtain's up.
I think she's here, right?
Yeah, but like if I walk here, she can see me, right?
Yeah, from what you can tell, it looks like she's almost peering up this way, spying.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
okay.
I need to get behind her and then, bam, right? So I'm thinking to sneak around here. Yes.
You can make me a stealth check if you would like.
Yes, I would. I have expertise. So please God, I need this to go well.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
Okay. 22. You
There
will.
are something can't see about. Can't see because
Vix just suddenly vanishes. Like she looks back for a second, he's gone, and she's like, "What?" But you know, he keeps her tabs on where he is. He'll peer on the curtain here.
on the curtain. What you see is she is there certainly in the bath, though she's not as you remember seeing her when she first came in.
Oh.
When she entered into the room, she looked like she was completely naked as you'd expect, right?
Yeah.
Except for like a towel around her. That towel has changed now to like, oh, actually no, she's like actually not armed per se, but it almost looks like you can see like a glamour falling around her where she actually brought equipment with her.
Oh, smart. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, noticed it first is the fact that she's in the water starting to interfere with the glamour, clearly.
Yeah, clearly it's like shimmering. Okay. Well, Vickers has a plan here. But yes, continue. Sorry.
One of the things you can actually see is she's actually got a weapon in her hand right now. She looks like she's got a hand crossbow she's loading.
Oh God, she's gonna assassinate.
Assassinate him. Okay, maybe we need to save him now.
I mean, let's do it.
Okay, so
Do you need Amanas to like kick in the door?
not yet. I think as soon as he goes for her is when we do it.
Alright.
So which is now. So let me talk through this. I suppose the question I'll ask is, should I try and knock her out first, or should I try and slip on the manacles while she's like busy?
Can you do that? I mean,
I
you're a
don't know.
thief,
I
I guess.
I was thinking perhaps sleight of hand, but again, it is manipulating someone else, so I don't think that would apply. Dark, right?
And sleight of hand on others, but it's
Difficult, I assume. Yeah.
pickpocketing is sleight of hand, so you're kind of doing a reverse pickpocket with manacles.
True. So I could try that, but if I fail, she has a hand cross for her hand, or I could just knock her out. I think that's probably the best thing to do. So I will. Vickers will basically move out, and as soon as he steps around, he will basically manifest his psychic blade. Probably not as lethally as he usually does, but he is intent to hit her right now. So I assume that would be like initiative, or how would you want to play this? Or
She could not beat your 22. Well, she did not beat your 22 of her passive perception, so she doesn't realize you're there.
okay,
So I can allow you to get a single action on her.
Okay, that single action would be to attack her with the psychic blade from here. Because I run the risk if I go any closer, she'll notice. So yes, I will roll it. Oh gosh, 12.
Oh no, you get advantage because you're
Oh, because she's
Nuts.
nuts. Okay, so 24.
you're hidden.
Or
And then if
you see your knife fly at her, breaching through some kind of ephemeral shroud around her, and hitting.
all right, then it he drives it in. He's seen that it like gives purchase. He drives it in deeper with his mind with a sneak attack.
Wow. Okay.
All
Is that a good-
non-lethally, of course.
Not lethally, yeah. Like trying to sever her basically consciousness from herself in a sense. I know that's so abstract, but you know, it's mind stuff.
I will let you know. You rolled literally the exact amount of damage you needed to KO.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Vic as your damn god.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, well before she drowns.
So, yeah, you just throw a psychic knife, and then suddenly just everyone here just like this collapsed, like the side just like fell over in the bath.
Vickers will rush up and fish her out so she doesn't drown. Slap on the manacles on her. Let me see. Which would require a DC 20 strength check to break, or a picked with DC 15 dex check, and then 50 hit points.
Cyrus grabs the attendant's attention and tells Vickers, "Fucking attendant, dude, hurry up."
Shit. Well, okay.
She spilt the wine.
Amanas will.
Yes, you're returning back with a platter of wine for Lady Naraya out right now.
You know,
Shit.
she dropped her wine, or drops her wine just as the attendant comes in. Just drops it on the floor.
Oops.
Well, you can tell Vickers where she is because you've mental link, right?
Yeah. I mean, so
Okay,
Cyrus
so-
like mentally is like, "Oh, fuck, an attendant," and then all you hear is like a crash of like glass breaking on the floor, and then she's like,
How was supposed to respond? How was supposed to do here?
"Yeah," she's like, "Right, she's right next to me."
Okay, Vickers is gonna haul her out of here if she can.
Amanas will be like, meet me in the changing room. That is gonna
Because-
slip
yeah.
in here.
Basically, like dragging her quickly along the paths till here and like through the door to Amanus.
Something more wants to keep the eye of the attendant near Thailand so she doesn't notice.
Yeah.
How good is Sarah at keeping her attention is the question, with the fake spilt wine.
Cyrus is incredibly good at this sort of thing.
Can I have a deception?
Oh, you
Full-
can.
Full blown diva. Let's go.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this. To have that
Do it.
advantage. Okay, I didn't. 17's pretty good.
Is this a lazy attendant? No, it's not. Damn. Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, she is the bartender who is semi-vigilant.
Semi-vigilant attendant.
But, you know, as Sarah starts putting on a scene,
She's very good at that.
This is not the proper elven wine. What is this water down?
What is this swill?
Watered
as you throws
down.
it?
Do you think I wouldn't have noticed?
Um,
as the others do manage to quickly extract Lady Naraya.
yeah, as we move here, Amanas will like put a mop or something against the door to block it from being opened, and then he'll like basically. There's probably a lot of towels and whatnot here. Maybe like a sack to keep the towels in. I don't know.
Like a
I mean,
basket, you mean?
Yeah, like a basket sack.
Like a
or,
wicker basket.
Yeah, a wicker basket. Really big one.
I mean, there are lots of towels and various things in this room. It's stuff like that.
Is there a big wicker basket or a basket or a sack of some sort?
Are you saying it's a human-sized wicker basket? Is that what you mean?
Maybe.
There is not a
Yes.
human-sized wicker basket in the room.
Is
but
there any wicker basket I could squeeze her into?
There is. That said, however,
Big old laundry
Like
bag.
the lady attendant was one of the last ones in here,
Yeah.
which means which does reasonably, she might have left a large bag of laundry off on the corner.
Uh-huh.
Ah. So
Dump
we
the
use the
laundry,
bag.
make her
Yep.
laundry.
Yeah, basically, just pour it out, put her in it, put the laundry on top of her, and then we carry her out.
Okay.
It's hilarious, and I love this so much.
This is like goddamn Shadowrun, like
What is this
extraction.
heist? Yeah, let's use the bag. Let's not kill her though. But
No,
yeah,
no.
let's just use it to hide her in it and put the laundry in and
Oh,
then get out.
fuck, there's a kid. It's the kid attendant.
Oh, kid attendant! No, we need to move.
Alright, let's
Oh,
go.
maybe he's
How
gonna
long
help.
does that?
No,
How long does it take
extra
us?
scene.
You should have scam run part without catching your attention, but
Extra scene. Like shouts. How could you let a child walk over an area of glass? What is this? Surely there are labor laws against this sort of thing. Sorry.
Think of the children.
Look at you.
God.
The glass could go through his shoe and into his.
through from the south.
Cannot you just go in the bathroom to hide for a moment?
Yes, we can. We can go in here.
No, but we're stuffing her into the wicker basket.
Yeah.
Damn it!
It's true. It's
Do
true.
it in the bathroom.
As it stands, between Saris and Rodrigo's destruction,
Yes.
we get enough time to bag her.
Okay.
We will, as soon as that is done, we start carrying her out between us. Like the basket is between us, and we just carry it out pretty much.
Yeah.
If I can't do it alone, I have 16 strength, so pretty strong. So
If you can do it alone, Vickers can distract you for you.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Also, I'll note without absolute doubt, Rodrigo is there with a rather flimsy-looking rapier
Oh shit.
versus a skulled warrior with a much larger weapon.
mm-hmm.
Turns out while rapier and dagger is an efficient combination for some people,
Mm-hmm.
Rodrigo is not capable of taking down a skull barbarian with a greatsword with it.
But
Right.
you know, he's not taking him down. This is gonna be good.
Oh,
But we just
God.
need to get
he
the
got
fuck
knocked
out
out.
of here.
Is the doors from the bath open, or are they closed?
Yeah, we're
Wait,
like
these
carrying
ones?
him
Yeah.
I don't
close,
know.
I assume.
Are they?
No, those doors were partly open because you said last time Vickers opened them slightly.
That's true. I did open the wide.
While I'm presuming the attendants are apologizing profusely to Ceres at this
They
point.
are because, as it stands, the customer is all
Good. Now, out of character, I'm going to ask this out of character because it is a bit out there, right?
Uh-huh.
What if
Yeah.
I cast my special darkness out there?
Yeah.
It will delay Big Boy for a while, I think.
Does Big Boy look to be in a position where he's gonna like start moving somewhere? Like, or is he?
looks pretty done with the fight now, so he's going to be heading back out front to wait for his lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps that might be a good idea. Can you put it on Rodrigo's like unconscious body?
I believe. Let me just double check, but I think I can do it on any surface. Yeah, if the point you choose is on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried.
Okay.
So, okay.
So
I mean,
No.
but just cast it on yourself, and then like
I-
they wouldn't have a clue what happened, right? And then just run out and.
I don't know. The moment we do that, the jig is up
the jig is
in
up.
some
yeah.
way because we're like in spell casting full on, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
um,
I can also like step in there as a healer. See,
That's
oh
true.
yeah, you can.
Rodrigo is not like dead.
Right.
No. No, he's been flawed, but he's not been killed.
J'accuse
Yeah,
him.
but
They-
like, the say is
Yeah.
gonna make sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can rush on the scene as the medic and be like, you stay right there, Skull bodyguard, not a move out of you.
That's it. As like Amanus is stepping outside the door and
Yep.
looking around, like what
Yep.
you hear from the fighting area is just a meaty crunch.
Oh, and everyone looks, and we're like, let's go.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
moving.
boys.
We're booking
yeah,
it out of here.
Definitely.
Zed's gonna go help Rodrigo. Like there's a guy who needs medical attention, so he's gonna let him down. I'm gonna be also stopping the Scar, like not wanting to like just stay there. So I think that he's not dead. Just you don't want to get this out of the hand even more, because there's a lot of people, and it might cause a guard even more to come here.
Yeah.
He's not dead.
I'm just gonna make sure, though I don't doubt your word.
All right, let's go. Get out.
So yeah, that's gonna go do like a medical repair on Rodrigo.
Medical repair.
Yes,
A
medical
heal?
repair. No, he's like skillful medical, like
Oh,
he
sure.
likes medicine.
I can't drag Lady Mizara's token, but Amras will be carrying the basket, or if he can't do it alone, like it's between
With
him
me,
and Victus.
yeah.
Huh, why is this door locked?
That's very weird. Yeah, let's go.
That's weird. Let's go.
Yeah, odd.
We open the door and we pop out.
Oh, thank you for your custom, gentleman.
he waves basically. Send the tab to the. And then he just keeps.
Looking downstairs.
All right, let's move.
God, I'm super confused at you, but it doesn't look like they're paid enough to bother like chasing you.
Yeah, he nods and says, "Keep up the fine work" to the guards, and then we're extracting from here.
You definitely like hear them talking about the sack like as you're going, but like.
Yeah.
Clearly,
All right.
They don't know abandon their potion and start chasing you because they don't know if you're actually. Maybe.
Just a lot of very heavy laundry.
Vickers will loudly like saying, "I can't believe Lady Narai wants us to wash her clothes before she's finished in the bath. God."
He shakes his head. The lady surely has very odd tastes, and also says it just loud enough for the guards to hear it.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're successfully out.
I think so. I hope so.
Vickers will basically send the all clear to Ceres at least, and I also need to go to the bathroom of your event.
Well,
Yeah,
good
okay.
news. You have made it. You have made it away, and Rodrigo isn't dead, though. He's not going to be feeling very good for a while.
We'll send the get well card.
Do you need like a medicine check to make him feel better?
I mean,
Or-
he's not actively dying, so you don't actually feel like you need to do a lot. Though, if you want to, you do think he's probably going to end up having like a broken wrist after this, unless you can patch that up for him if you want.
Why not? So that actually does some medicine. Not very good, but like, it's mainly checking up and putting it down. After that, like, I guess he's gonna like help Rodrigo to the temple to like be
His-
properly healed.
his
He's like
Arm gets a little mangled after taking a full-blown great sword, just kind of colliding with it.
yeah, but
Didn't lose the hand.
quick first aid, and then he's gonna bring Rodrigo to the temple to be healed properly, or like hospital, whatever. But like saying that,
Bring it
yeah,
and
his
brought
wife,
apothecary. So
that's gonna what they're gonna do.
now, we also have bad news for you,
Yes.
Ceres.
Yeah.
You get to enjoy your wonderful bath. You get to enjoy all the wine, and all your friends are now left.
That's fine.
As you're signing out, of course, you're now tabbed with the bill.
Sure.
No, just teleport away.
Just face step out of the door.
Face step away. Go to the changing room, change into back to clothes, face step away.
I'm back. What happened?
That's actually a brilliant idea.
How does Ceres plan to face step away from here then? Does she plan to just like open up the front door and just teleport? Is that what I mean?
I mean,
You could go to one of the
No,
windows.
you can go to
just
the
as
one of the
long as you
windows.
can see is,
Yeah.
Line of sight, right?
just
Yeah.
va-
So
Yeah.
vanish through it.
I'll just go back to like one of the chairs in the
Don't tell me
dining.
Ceres is going to sit down for dinner, eat dinner, and then teleport through the wall.
Yeah, exactly that.
Oh, Lion and Dash.
Oh, true. Dash. That'd be awful.
I like the idea that like Bill gets brought over to Ceres, and she thinks that with her activity here, she's racked up about 450 gold of debt.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my goodness.
450 what? Sorry. Bye.
Yeah, she definitely face steps out of there.
I'm gonna face step away from the spill.
To say that the maitre d' inside sounds very distressed is an understatement. Perhaps it's time for you now to get away.
Yeah, we're retreating back.
I'm really happy we used a pseudonym
Oh,
here.
I will make sure to mark you as currently blacklisted, however, from the Glamour Oasis.
That's fine. Really acting. This is the best acting I've ever had.
It's such a funny start to the
How
session.
could you let a child walk over the glass?
I don't even know where that came from.
I don't know where it came from, but it was like pure anger, and I love it. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, Dark.
That's fine.
Uh,
Now the question is, what do you do as you now have a sack?
I think we take her to the mayor
Yeah, we're going to the mayor, right?
and be
Or
like,
do
hey,
we want to talk to her on our own first?
Sure,
Ooh,
I
good
mean,
call.
do we want to?
I think we do.
Think
Where
we
do we
do.
want to
Yeah,
interrogate
because
her?
Blue ball.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Unless Vikas with his underground contact has some shady corner he knows about.
Not like right now. Probably something I should have thought about beforehand, but not on this short notice. No.
Yeah.
Maybe our room is fine. But of course, the thing is, once we interrogate her, we're gonna have to bring her with us. So, but she's awake, so we need to like knock her out again, I assume, or something.
Well, in that case, so you take your sack of laundry back to the blue ball.
Yeah.
during the travel, if Setsi is like serious, he will tell about the contract at the wizard practicer. I guess he can also tell that in the room.
Yeah, she'll make note of it.
Gosh, that was nerve-wracking.
And thank him, of course.
Yeah, no, I plan to personally visit him later and see what we can do. It was sacrifice much. It was good help. So
Yeah. Might be someone we can convince.
yeah,
Convince.
Now, does any of you need like ancient ability for interrogation?
What's that?
I mean, if
possibly
it's
be for talking to her, I suppose.
if it's an interrogation, then Amanas.
Yeah. Aminus, I'll be like going with him, but I
Sure.
imagine if he wants to. Yeah.
Have enchant ability Eagle Splinter. You have advantage on charisma checks.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, in that case, we will set everything up in the room.
Yep.
She's like tied to a chair, and we'll try to wake her up.
So before we do, what are we asking her again? Like about the Blood Witch is one of the things.
Yes.
Why she's spying?
Yeah.
Who she's working for?
Yes.
What skin has Marco in the game? Because he's using her, I assume, as his like fling, whatever, for now.
Why did
anything else?
she? Why did she try to
Almost
assassinate
yeah, that
the
guy.
the red-eyed man?
Yeah. Did Zed get a potential rumor or name for that man, or
Know who he is.
see?
I think maybe. Now, hear me out. I think it's possible that if you two are going to play like the hardball, like
Yeah.
approach,
Yeah.
I wonder if that doesn't work. Perhaps Ceres comes in, like barges in. It's like, what the hell are you two doing? And that sort of thing, and then like gains a bit of respect from her, maybe. Then ply
Maybe.
it out of
Yeah.
her. I mean, I
Sure.
think you guys are going to be successful, but just in case.
Yeah, it's good.
I like to have
good
the idea.
backup. Yeah, yeah.
Is that gonna mainly stay outside to keep like guard so nobody
Yeah, yeah.
unrelated comes in?
Yeah, and anyone sensitive might want to step out for this because it might get ugly.
Like Seth goes outside and like with like his full gear and stands like there, like there's probably things happening.
Yeah.
Good luck, my king. I shall not watch this violence. I shall keep watch outside. Yes.
All right.
All right, then we will. Then we'll try to wake her up.
It takes a little bit of time for her to wake up. So with liberal application of water buckets and medicine checks, you can get her awake.
Yeah.
As slowly the waterboarded noble starts kind of flicking her eyes awake. She's bound to a chair. She kind of pauses, looks around the room.
Amanas is also like in his full gear, you know. It's just,
Yeah.
and he is oozing distrust and menace towards her.
Vic
And
is
you
just like
just-
at the door, like basically back against it, looking at her.
Want to kill me? Just get it over with.
He looks at her and says, "That is not why we are here, Lady Misara. We are here for information. If you cooperate with us, you might even walk out of here alive."
What you're saying, but go on.
We are interested in several things. First of all, we want you to tell us everything you know about the Blood Witch that you have consorted with.
Ah, Inquisition spies then. Okay. She actively looks frustrated. She kind of just peers off to the side towards one of the curtained windows.
Did Dark cut out for everyone else?
Oh,
Yeah.
did I? Ow.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Sorry.
She kind of lets out just a deep sigh, looking off to the side. So Inquisition then. Inquisition spies. Can expect it. Kind of
Yes.
looks Amanus up and down though, as if examining kind of what you are over who you are.
Sure.
Vic will comment like mentally and say, let her think what she wants to think.
Amanas has no trouble. Inquisition has a bad reputation. Might scare her into more cooperation, even.
Hmm.
What did you want me to say about her? What are you looking for?
We are looking for everything. What she wanted, what you helped her with, and where she's going.
I don't know all of those answers, but I might be able to help you with some of it. Yes, I did meet. I did meet a blood elf Mage, who I imagine is your apostate in question, given Blood Elves aren't very common. It was a couple of months ago, before any of your gallivanting and speaking of criminals and such. She came to she came looking for. Looked like she was looking for some kind of old magic in the area.
Some kind of old magic.
She starts looking all of you up and down, trying to clearly get an assessment of like what skill level all of you are at.
Well, Vicus will say, "Speak as you want to answer. We'll figure out the details and understanding later." Because he basically has a line to Ceres for more of the arcane stuff, so he'd basically be feeding that.
What I knew was this, that apparently she had drawn the attention of someone she shouldn't have. She was scared for her life. To be frank, seemed a little bit insane. And by the sounds of it, she wanted to revive some kind of guardian as her defender.
And why did she come to you with this?
That's a long story. It's less she came to me and more she was poking her nose around all over the place in an area which doesn't really have a whole lot of actual mages. I just ended up meeting her mostly by chance, actually, while I was trying to find some arcane scriptures of my own.
And you were able to help her?
I knew the local area well enough that and I knew some details about some old mythology that I was able to give her, clues on her investigation.
And where did you point her? Where did she go?
She pauses, trying to clearly considering her options right now, seeing all of you there. And definitely taking note of the rather strong individual that is ominous. I told her that the location she's looking for is likely beyond the frost wall. Not far, but slightly beyond it. And that she would actually getting a hold of what she's looking for is unlikely. She wouldn't have any way to navigate through it. Though that didn't seem to stop her. She said she would find a guide. Though given that no one crosses those walls, except apparently damn gnolls, I don't really know who she found as a guide.
Well, can we get her to mark the location on a map or something like that?
She can basically go through the information. I'll switch to an out of character here for this.
Yeah.
But I'll go through basically what she ended up discussing.
Yep.
So, apparently the Blood Witch was looking for an ancient high elven wizard tower that was somewhere on the border between the human lands and the of course the frozen north. That apparently was once home to a great golem that would guard the gateway. It's I mean, people don't actually know if that exists, and to be frank, there's not been a whole lot of needing to guard it. And if it does exist, it's probably not in one piece. It's probably pretty damn broken.
Right.
But it doesn't change the fact, though, that it seems the Blood Elf really wanted, for some reason, to have this high elven automaton to defend her. And apparently, defend
Okay.
her apparently also concerns that her people might be getting attacked as well.
Yeah, clearly she did something and now has something after her that she needs a lot of protection for.
Yeah. From what Lady Mariah will basically inform you is, like, she basically got this really long sob story, basically saying like she's been chased through like a dozen different like territories, and like she's like thinks she's safe. Suddenly, someone shows up and chases her. She gets away. She thinks he's safe. Repeat.
Right. Well, the next line of question is why she is spying here. Like, what she doing herself? Like her whole like
Yeah,
cataloging of the underworld here is bizarre, and we want to know why.
I guess we'll basically lay out like we know what you've been doing.
Yeah,
And
we-
basically explain like you know, been through what she's been doing here for the past while, and you know, explain yourself basically.
No, she actually suddenly becomes far more clammy than she was.
Mm. Because we'll also remind her that on the cusp of him capturing her, she was, for all intents and purposes, looking to assassinate the man.
He wouldn't have died.
who
Which-
who is he, and why do you want him?
She kind of looks off to the side. The crossbow was low. The bolt was covered in sleep poison. She'd be unconscious, not dead.
Right, so
Ooh, show her
similarly,
the
why we
poison.
wanted you here, you wanted him for what? Then? Information? Or to give to someone?
What's everyone's passive insights here?
Let's see.
Or you can roll an active insight if you prefer.
Yes, Vickers would like to. Let me check what his. Yes.
Her body language betrays her over her words.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice.
Sight. Okay, I am actually proficient in this, so I don't think I need it, but let's do it. He'll pour his die into this because he is like feeling, he's like hypersensitive right now. Because the room is pretty empty. It's only them. He has the ability to basically tune himself in a bit more at the risk of overstimulating himself. So let's use his last die for today. 19.
Both of you get the sense that as soon as she said take like to deliver them to someone, they kind of like
Yeah.
implying like she's kidnapping and like selling on or something.
Yeah.
She has this disgusted look on her face as you say that.
Okay.
Tries her best to like conceal it, but she looks, her body language is betraying she's actually kind of angry at the accusation.
At the accusation, right? So clearly that's not what she's doing. Or yeah, if it's definitely discussed, then yeah. Okay.
Yeah, lower me to his level.
His being who exactly?
She again just tries not to meet your gaze.
If my accusation offended you, then perhaps you could set me right by telling me what you did want with him.
Preferably to have him in the same situation you have me now, but Bastard certainly deserves it.
Amanas leans forward to her and says, "Who is your employer?"
My employer.
Nods. Yes. Who bankrolls you and allows you to do all of this, whatever it is you're doing.
I wish I was being bankrolled by someone. That would be wonderful. That would be amazing. Oh, make my life so much easier. I mean, I have Marco, I suppose, but his wallet won't run dry quick enough.
He looks towards her, quirks an eyebrow, and says, "So you're telling me that you just happen to be here and categorize the underworld of this city for your own pleasure and not at anyone's command? You do realize how hard that is to swallow."
It is at someone's command. My own.
Why?
She tenses up a bit.
He leans forward and like gets, the aura, the halo, spooky halo comes on, and he's like, "Why?" And the necrotic aura kicks in, skeletal wings, like death face, the entire thing.
Jesus. Scary shit.
Why?
A long pause from her. But you feel, please give me a intimidate check at advantage.
Certainly.
Since you're triggering your ability there.
Yep.
A deathly wave filling the room.
Yeah.
23.
Gosh. Even Vickers feels a little rattled, even though it's not supposed to work on him.
Like the light dims, it's just
Cold Harbor.
what'd you say? Cold Harbor?
Yeah.
Now, normally I would require a knowledge check. I'm not going to make you roll because Vickers knows exactly what the Blades of Cold Harbor is.
Oh.
They are a rather notorious in the underworld group of pretty much some of the worst in terms of like covert criminal groups you could hire.
Right.
Being known to doing rather bloody kidnappings and murders. All for coin.
Okay. Vickers will pipe up and say, and how exactly did you get yourself tied up with those? Hmm?
Well, that's kind of why I want to ask them. They did a mark on someone. They've done several marks, actually, I should say, on people who were rather close to me, and I want answers.
So they're targeting you indirectly, from what you can see.
I don't know. Maybe. But when you lose most of your royal line, it's kind of a message is sent.
Royal line.
He's a noble.
No.
Whatever.
I was gonna say royal. It's like, huh?
Don't say that. You know this. Vickers will nod to himself. Then I'm of the impression that you're not doing this out of the joy. It is more necessity.
Revenge.
Revenge. Kind of
Plain and simple
steps. Ah, yes.
now. That I need answers. The problem is trying to track down a group of highly skilled assassins is not easy.
And this man you wish to get info out of. How is he linked?
It would take me a very long time to go through all of it, but to say the minimum, I tracked that apparently there was apparently one of the people along the chain of messages that was sent a message through his criminal enterprise. But
Because
I can't get a grip on that, so I'll get a grip on his throat, preferably, and just make him tell me.
Because kind of scratches at his beard a bit and thinks, because this is a kind of turning into gray territory for what he would perceive, right? In the sense that she is doing things, if she's telling the truth, but it would seem that perhaps she's doing this for reasons of revenge. She's not necessarily doing it because she's been ordered to, but it's mostly out of her self-motivation. So
At least
it's
what she's claiming.
less. Yeah, that's what she's claiming.
And at least with yours and Sarah's insights, you're sensing genuine anger bubbling.
Yeah.
So at least part of what she's saying is true.
Yeah. So you basically relay. Well, the king's here; you can hear it, but he'll basically approach the idea of perhaps if she's doing this out of self-motivation, and the underground is our target, then perhaps we can turn her into an asset for us if we assist her.
Maybe. If she, I mean, we don't necessarily want an underworld like assassin guild ourselves. In our realm, so fighting them is certainly a fair idea. Then again, making an enemy of something so powerful at this early stage might be quite dangerous.
Yeah. That's why it's a suggestion rather than we are doing this.
The options I have is like hand her over to the mayor, let them sort it out. Just let her loose and forget the whole thing. Like she goes her own way, we go ours. Her revenge has nothing to do with us really, and why should we care? Honestly, we have our own vengeance to deal with.
Sure.
The other is definitely try to recruit her and try to turn her into an asset. Right now, she would not help us against any of our enemies.
Yeah.
Because we seem like that's not what she seems to be involved in. Like this is more of her own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but to be fair, like the skill she's shown so far means that she's pretty decent at spying. So
yeah, having a decent spy lady is certainly.
A spy lady with a basic understanding of the arcane as well.
yes.
Yeah, she's not bad. Not bad. I mean, we can try if she's interested in it, I suppose.
We can also sell like the favor of the mayor by dealing with the assassins ourselves.
Yeah.
And that is much more bigger favor than giving this lady to the mayor.
Yeah, like we could be like, we'll help you, but also we're getting in favor of the mayor and tell her, look, this is like this group of criminals that are here, active here at least. We might potentially deal with them. So that we might get, Lady Nazara as a potential asset, or at least she owes us a favor. And the mayor's also happy that we, dealt with it as well.
Yeah.
So, Vic would suggest this. So he would be on board with potentially offering this to her, but that depends on everyone else's disposition, because this is definitely tangling with the underworld, which is something that Vickers definitely has some experience with, but you guys don't. So it's understandable if you don't want to kick that hornet's nest too early.
I mean, she seems to be a righteous sort. If she had been more of a criminal assassin herself, I think Amanas would have just dumped her in a prison somewhere, and that'd be that.
Yeah.
But in this case, I mean, yeah, why not? She's like some sort of private detective almost, like trying to track something down.
Yeah. She's basically like using unscrupulous means to get her revenge. Like she's basically using Marco as a gold digger just to get money to do her shit, and then she's trying to survive herself. I get it, but and this group has been marking her family and taking them out for some plan or reason, or maybe just get at her. Someone's put money on her.
See, that's one thing though. That is what I don't understand right now. Why would they target? No, like why would they target her family and not her? First of all, why? Why is she so special that she needs an entire assassin guild, to work against her?
You can ask her, but she'd probably just be like, "I don't know," and be pissed at you. So
I mean, that's. I'll try like this. So Amenos will like lean forward. The skeletal wings still sort of protruding from it because that hangs around for a little bit. The death face still sort of flickering in and out, and he will say, "You have been targeted by one of the most notorious assassin guilds in the realm. They do not do that for free or because they just feel like it. You say you don't know, but I will bet that you have at least some inclination of why they are targeting you. So speak."
Pauses. Has this really frustrated look on her face. As I said, I don't know why they're coming after me. I have guesses. Guesses to what they want, but it depends on who has actually hired them. And that I don't know. But
He looks at her and is like, "Well, then give me your guess."
she sighs a bit. If I'm to get my best guess, I'm imagining it's one of the rival Ferelden families. I'll spare you the exact details for the moment, because I don't feel like going through years and years and years of political history of a different realm than the one I'm currently in. But to say the least, after some recent marriages and such, I suppose technically, for a brief time, I was... She pauses on what exactly to say here.
And just looks at her.
In line to usurp the title of one of the local viscounts of my realm, not she gestures to the area.
And what realm was she from, she said?
Who is actually the neighbors to your east?
Marshlands of Durdavel?
That is one of the duchies of it, but yeah, that's that kind of kingdom to your east.
Oh, the one with the snake?
Yeah.
Snake.
Okay.
But there's a bit more land off to the east with more.
Sure. The sneaky snake.
We know she's from there. Like that's confirmed. So she's not.
No,
lying about that. So
she's like,
yeah, to say on the low end, the High Duke is not doing his best health. There's potentially a succession crisis coming up. I think it's something on those lines. That's my best guess, but I don't honestly know. And I wish I did.
I see.
But there are too many possible people who it could have been. I don't know if they're targeting me or if they were just targeting my family because someone else in my family pissed someone off.
If you were to come out of this alive, he sort of motions to the room, what would you do?
Try and desperately pick up the pieces of the hunt, though you've made my life much more difficult now with that.
I mean, Amanas leans back a little bit, the rest of his fear aura and everything receding as he calms down. And
Because I need answers, and I will get answers at some point. At some point, I will get a name.
yeah, no, he will communicate to Vicus and the others that via the psychic link that, like, yeah, as far as he is concerned, this is a woman on a personal revenge mission. She doesn't seem to have done any spying for any other realm, as far as he can say. And if her data can be used to crack down, her data is being used to crack down on the crime in the city. And as far as Amalis is concerned, she has that has given her enough leeway for them to like recruit her or let her go, or like he doesn't feel like we need to like bring her to the mayor or anything like that.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to be a criminal as such.
Turn her in.
Yeah. Question, Dark.
Because yeah, I'm certainly happily arrested right now.
Yeah. The question I have is based on Vicus's contact, Magnus. Would he feel that basically helping her with getting a name for this through Magnus himself, would that be possible? Would that be her way of going about it? Is like brute forcing the front door, but again, Vicus has a contact. He has a way into the underground. Would it be easier to get a name that way?
Unclear.
Right.
It's certainly possible you could get it through those more subtle means.
Yeah.
Though you don't, obviously, she's kind of chasing ghosts at the moment.
Yes.
She may be quite far from actually finding the truth.
Yeah.
But of course, it's possible you might be able to find clues from more subtle methods than her who wanted to shake down some kind of ringleader.
Yeah. Basically, like rocking the boat rather than trying not to do that in a more subtle means. Because again, the more noise she makes, the more likely someone's just going to come after her and kill her for poking her head in. So
She might partly want someone to come after her.
sure. Well,
I see potential in her.
Yeah, I do too. Dickus is going to speak up here and say, with the means that you have and the methods you're using, it's possible that you will never grasp what you're looking for. Or you will. However, kind of closes his eyes and thinks for a moment. If indeed revenge is what drives you through necessity, regardless of the circumstances of how we caught you, from scoundrel to scoundrel, when you get caught, that is the way these things go. If I were to aid you in getting information that you're seeking, we don't turn you in. However, you would work with us.
In hunting the witch, I presume.
We are hunting the witch, but he paused for a moment. I'm sure your shrewdness would clue you in that at this point we are not Inquisition, at least. We're hunting her for our own means and our own answers.
but give and take then. I lend you my skills and you lend me yours.
If you are hoping to delve into the underground, that is how it works down here, yes. Your hunt may go well if we had left you to your devices, or it may have not have. But for sure, you would have more eyes on you than ever before. And perhaps
How did you know all my spying? You seem to know more than simply observing me.
Vickers smiles. Well, I'm not just some mere servant. I am...
Much is obvious.
He smiles. I have my own means to find out what I want. And perhaps you shouldn't leave your things on your desk so visible.
But the ward. She pauses for a moment. Right. Please tell me you didn't do anything dumb with those documents.
Yeah, he thinks for a moment. No. We have not played our hand yet.
God, the last thing I need is people running to going into hiding on me.
Amanas grunts and says, "You probably should act rather soon if that is your concern, however." He leans back a little bit and says, "You seemed worried that we were Inquisition before. We are not. In fact, we are not too happy with the Inquisition ourselves, and would rather see them leave these lands as well. Our quarry is grander. We are mainly looking into the murder of the local. Is he a duke or a count? I forget what the title is always. Earl?
That what, the person who died?
Yeah.
The Earl.
Yes. Then he says, "We are looking into the murder of the Earl of Freyfrost, and the the trail led to the Blood Witch, who in turn had been seen in this area and with you, which is why we came for you."
I can help you, but if that's the case, I would prefer we hurry.
Vickers nods.
Seems fair.
And that I wasn't tied to a chair.
Vickers smiles.
That's fine.
Cut her out. Or on class manacles, I guess. And as he does so, Vickers will say, "I hope you don't mind the whole interrogation bit. Fortunately, when you work in this field, it's part and parcel of the risks."
I'm still somewhat surprised I'm not dead already. So that's what I was expecting.
Yes, well, I don't kill unless I need to.
Yes, but I have shaken a lot of hides in my search. I thought just something might have caught up to me now.
Well, thank your lucky stars that it was I that found you first.
You have made my life more difficult.
Short term, yes. Long term, perhaps might have saved your life.
I guess I'll explain better now. Mesnir Coldstock. He is he's a nobleman who has his fingers in a lot of unsavory pies. Though he's not just a nobleman, he's a nobleman, an alchemist, he dabbles. Some of his pies, though, have also included unsavory things. I'm sure yourself is aware that this town has a rather well-known pit fighting underworld.
Biggest nods. I was invited recently, actually.
Well, he tends to, when the stock dries up, help supply bodies for the fights.
And is he present at those nights then?
Not that I know of. He doesn't like getting his hands dirty personally. He has his. He tends to just simply move his pawns around.
Yes. I can understand why a tough target.
So
But to my understanding, he's been involved somewhere in the plot against my family. In some way, payment passing through his hands at some point. So I want to know who gave him that payment, so I can keep tracing it back.
So where does he reside?
Well, most of the time he actually enjoys. Most of the time he enjoys the relative safety of Frey Frost's castle itself. Actually, the castle town, I mean. But of late, he's been forced to be down here. Given, well, what's happened.
So he's staying in town?
He's staying in town, yes. Though I don't know where. I've been trying to figure that out, and though I had somewhat given up on. Well, I know one way to try and potentially track him down, but I was hoping I could just grab him when since he exposed himself at the spa.
It's nuts.
It was rare I would get an opportunity like that where I might be able to do a snatch and grab.
Quite true. However, I question how you would have gotten him out of there. What was your plan?
I had means.
Dickus raises an eyebrow.
Look, I had favors floating around the place, coin flowing into servants' hands who shouldn't have had it, servants whose job might have been to track up the garbage at the end of the day.
Nuts.
I'm gonna sort of shrug and says, well, if you can find out where he resides, I'm sure that we can go and get him for you.
I will.
Only the tall order then of trying to figure out where he is.
The man of his rather unique look and immense wealth, I assume would be possible to track down. If nothing else, he's probably spending money. And I also highly doubt that he's living in some sort of decrepit part of town if he's a noble. More likely he's in some sort of upscale establishment or staying with someone who has the means to accommodate for his no doubt expensive tastes.
I believe staying with someone. He's not in any noble inn or anything. I already checked all of those. But I can't exactly break into every noble house.
If he's making waves in the underground as he is, then I might be able to find out myself through my own contacts. A joint effort.
The only
Perhaps.
plan B I had was a rumor I was given. if I wasn't able to get an opportunity to take him down there, I was planning on seeing what the servants are up to, because there's apparently a history of him requesting the services of the servants outside of the business when he visits.
Vicus nods. It was clear that he was speaking in hushed tones to a servant, but we couldn't quite catch what he was talking about. No doubt, perhaps doing exactly what you just described.
Honestly, he's an absolute pig who I'd rather just not deal with, but necessity.
Yes. Does Vicus remember who exactly he talked to? In terms of like the servant themselves.
Yeah, Vicus does remember. He didn't interact with many of the servants. Was one thing like of note. Like most of the servants he ignored.
Yeah.
While you were there. He did seem to have a rather clearly well-known and personal like relation with the receptionist, clearly knowing her quite well.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, though, the servant that was attending to him was the much younger servant there.
Yeah.
So you didn't see him really interacting with like any of the others, really. He didn't. He never called over like the actual like bath attendant to help him with anything or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And unfortunately, you guys bailed before he did much else there.
Yeah. Kinda had to, unfortunately. Well, that sucks. But
I mean, it seems like you're starting to shadow receptionist and young servant would be the
yeah.
the
See if
approach
they
then.
make some odd routines or meet with someone
Yeah.
suspicious. And since we have Vicus and well, if the lady here will be cooperative, then we can tail two at once. So we catch our bases here, because it could be possible either the younger one was sending a message to the receptionist, or the receptionist, is not a part of this and it's the younger one. So
Yep.
we need two people on the floor, and we have Vicus and Mazar. So
Okay.
I guess I also mentioned here what I said is that if we know he's carrying a specific object, with a rest I can use locate object to also find him.
Wow.
But we need to know a special object that he carries.
it has to be like some significance to him, right? It can't be just anything random.
Something that could be easily located by the spell.
This is fairly unique as a result.
Yeah.
Sadly, she doesn't know him well enough to identify that.
Yeah. That's fine. I think that's a good option now.
Now, admittedly, the lady is going to have a curious question to deal with you in a bit.
Yes.
That her room has been ransacked and her collection of weapons is missing.
That's a good point. I think we should just give them back to her, honestly.
Yeah, just be like,
Just
all
give
right,
her
you
shit
can
back.
go. Oh, here's this stuff, by the way.
Yeah, nothing personal, but we figured that if you were a criminal, then we'd have better need of it than us. So
Fine.
yeah, give her stuff back. Why not?
Yeah, she would quite like to have her mana crystals and arcane notes and her blades back. It'd be kind of nice for her.
Yeah, maybe Sarah, that's your opportunity to strike up a conversation with her about magic stuff, if you want.
I could do. I think I'm gonna leave it for a bit though.
Yeah, no worries.
Not
Well,
pile it all on at once,
Yeah, gotcha.
While that is going on, Amnas might just leave the party for a sec to go and just talk to the mayor and be like, hey, basically hold off on your raids, give us a few days because we need to conduct some further research and stuff here. And if you start to crack down on crime during that time, it might make it completely impossible for us. We're basically tracking a local crime lord.
Yeah. By the way, has the spa incident, like, has she heard of that? Or,
You. Or sorry, the mayor heard of the spa.
yeah, like what happened or not?
Well, honestly, there isn't much going on. There was rumors, admittedly, of a of what looked like of what seemed to be a high elf noble will dine and dashing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to walk around in my spring attunement. Damn it!
No, sorry, you
I
kind
mean,
of
they
ruined
can
that for
easily
yourself.
find answer me because I'm pretty obvious.
All right, summer it is. I'm gonna be bold and pissed off at everything. But all
Yeah.
right.
Fair enough.
The rest of you, though, aren't as clearly identified in it. It's mostly Ceres has been clearly identified.
Well, obviously,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, she was the priest, right? So
Like, they don't have the right name, but they do have a very accurate description of what Ceres looks like. So,
I mean, all elves look like that. It's fine.
Wow. Wow.
Whoa! Another racist old man enters the fray.
all beautiful elves look like that, so it's fine. It's all good.
Now he's covering it up.
Yeah, well, it's his specialty. So, but yeah, I think that's a good plan. Keep the mayor on the informed, but not too informed.
Yeah.
And then work with
I'll definitely
Mazar
say
here.
it's a handful for. It's going to definitely be a handful for our dear king to deal with. Just the fact that she is kind of wanting to crack down, like as soon as she can gather all her men together.
Oh no, I get it, but she does need to give us some time here. And he will remind her if he has to that she would not be able to do any of this crackdown if it wasn't for him and his retainers. So she, as far as he's concerned, she could reciprocate a little bit here and give them what they need for their own investigation.
If necessary. We don't
Necessary.
need to threaten her.
No, I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying, we helped you a lot here without asking anything in return, really.
Fair enough.
Maybe you can do this for us. We will work as fast as we possibly can, but we need a few days.
Hard sell. You can do it, but it's a hard sell.
Sure,
As
that's
Alice
fine.
has to spend time talking her down and kind of lowering her, trying to stave off her zeal.
Yeah.
He appreciates that about her. He really, really does. But discretion is the better part of valor right now.
This is her town. She is not going to accept that. She's not going to accept all of this going on, and now she has evidence.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
So
Maybe Lady Mizara can be the royal thief catcher, later.
taking
Well,
up one espionage for base jobs.
Yeah, let's see how she conducts herself while we're working with her first, and then
She does go through the effort then of starting to preparing then for, I suppose, the night for the for trying to stake out the targets.
yes, I think it's also.
Because I had to appreciate she does definitely knows what she's doing. Like it's clear she's self-taught herself a lot of like the espionage side of things.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you see her like putting together a fairly decent disguise for herself, kind of happily discarding all of her noble jewelry to blend in with the commoners to follow them around.
I mean, she does what she has to do.
Lighting her scar the best she can with makeup, changing up her hair.
Yeah. I mean, Vickers has disguise kit thing, so he's like, yeah, good work.
She's proficient as well in it.
Yep.
On top of having her skills in basic swordplay and actually, well, probably decent swordplay given she has so many weapons.
Yeah.
If you're an amateur, you don't usually get a collection.
No, it's true.
Now, yes, because so the plan is for basically this evening, and potentially next following night if needed, Vickers and Lady Nazara to to stalk the employees of the
Yes.
Glamour basis. So
Yeah. I suppose this begets a question because it's likely that they're going to be apart while taking different targets here. Is she comfortable with Vicus communicating with her telepathically? Because that's the subject that he has to broach. Like, you know.
I'd rather not have you in my head, personally. No offense, but that's kind of my space.
He nods and says, I completely understand.
Before you go, Seth would actually approach Vikas that, do you need my help regarding this? Because, I could also send animals around.
Well, if you have something that can help us, like, stalk better, be
I have
great.
smells, I have hearing with animals.
Yeah, that's useful.
And I can also spells.
Yeah, do you still have that pass without trace one?
Yeah, I have always done.
I think that would be great for us if you could help us with that.
Yeah, I can come on. He wants to tackle on. He wants to get into other people's problem.
Yeah. Vicus, I mean, after Vicus and Zed and their espionage, Vicus is more than willing to accept Zed's help because it always has been incredibly useful. Much like everyone else in the court. I mean, Vicus has his own talents, but like he is more and more aware, especially lately, that he has gaps that he cannot do without other people to fill in for him. So he's more than happy to accept the help when he can get it.
Gaps, for example, arcane locks on doors.
Yes, exactly.
Come along, and
Yeah.
he doesn't yet summon any of that. If you need specific animal, he can summon. Most like maybe cats because it has like a sense of smell and can
Yeah.
climb and all that kind of stuff.
Is there any native bird to this area, Dark? Like,
There are certainly birds native to the area.
I cannot make bird. I cannot make anything flying.
oh, you can't. Oh, okay, yeah. Then
I
cats
can make
probably...
things swimming, but not flying.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to summon a carp to swim down the river, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I have a giant sea eel that is much more better.
Yeah. So just for like out of character stuff, your like summon animal is like your wild shape restrictions. Like you can't make it fly yet until the later level, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, yeah, a cat would be fine. I think that'd be perfect. And then I think Vicus will link with you and the king, which would presumably be with Ceres somewhere. I mean, what would you like to do while we're doing this? Would you like to quit or?
That is the question.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I'm not very good. I don't have any skills to help with a stakeout or espionage or anything like that. Either I can help out with talking to people or beating people up.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think you need those two particular skill sets here?
Yeah, it might be possible if we get caught. We might need some muscle.
I mean, sure, I can lurk in around.
Yeah, you can be around. We'll keep you abreast. I mean, Vicus can keep you updated.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as the espionage itself, I can't do too much.
That's fine. I mean, we have pass without trace, so even if you can at least attempt if you're forced to, like basically hide yourself if someone catches you walking around.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat, really.
Yeah.
What if the sorcerer isn't sneaky?
Talk and know things, that's about it.
All right,
Make
well,
things explode, but whatever.
yeah.
Shadow sorcerer.
Shadow sorcerer. All right. Well, he's gonna use his. Do we get a short rest actually?
Certainly can. It's going to be more than an hour before the place closes.
Do we need a short rest? That's the question.
I'm fine.
No. No, okay, that's fine. He's gonna use his bonus action to recover a die, and then use it to re-establish his psychic link here for 1 hour. That sucks. Yeah, Zed and Amanus will get this, so keep in touch, and then we go to stake out, I guess.
Okay. And the rest of the party is all going to just be in the backdrop.
I think so.
Okay.
If Amanas is needed for some distraction or some beating up or something specific, he can be available. But the whole sneaky spy thing is not something he can do very well.
Yeah, I think Ceres is going to be in the same boat as Amanas as well for this.
Independently do her own do her own stalking at the same time.
Yeah. She gets the pass without trace spell as well, though, if she wants to accept it. That is.
I mean, we
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
discussed that you have to stick close to you. So
Yeah. Then that's certainly out of necessity.
okay. Can someone let's see, anyone go ahead and roll me a d10.
Sure. A D10, yeah.
Yes.
3.
As night falls, you do unfortunately don't have the best conditions for your wanted stakeout, as a snowstorm seems to roll in,
Oh shit.
limiting visibility and frankly making it unpleasant.
Works both ways, though.
It does make it harder for you to be spotted as well. That's true.
Yeah.
Just also makes it harder for you to follow.
Follow, yeah.
Follow the target properly. And any tracks are going to get quickly covered up by just more
Yeah, by the snow. Yeah.
I also have to ask, are any of you going to be carrying light through the nighttime streets? Or are you going to be just relying on the passive lighting around the town?
Oh, that's a good question, because Vickers cannot see in the dark.
Because it'll be dimly lit in the evening. Like, he'll be able to see, of course. You know, normal people can see, but it will, make it harder still.
Yeah, I mean, obviously carrying a light in his case would be stupid, because then he's noticeable, right? But yeah, no, he'll have to just rely on the natural light here and the lit light around him. He can't like draw attention to himself that way.
Okay. That's fine.
Fortunate conditions, but have to try his best.
The group huddles up the best they can then. All hidden just around the corner and alleyway from the glamoured oasis. The building slowly starting to quieten down for the evening as they begin their clean-up and lock-up. The cold blizzard freezing all of you in the alleyway, and Sarah's having to hide, especially given all the garden near in this little area now know to look for a high elf of her description.
I mean, I'm sure I can hide.
I mean, you've got the pass without trace. You're in a little alleyway behind Vickers. You'll be fine.
Yep.
Lady Mizara is not directly near you, but you know she's somewhere nearby. You can actually sense. There's no direct telepathy going on.
Yeah.
Every so often, you're getting like mission updates from her as she's seeing me pings and message cantrip.
Oh, okay, nice, perfect. God, I wish I had that. Oh, magic, so useful.
As she's keeping an eye out on the other possible exit.
Yep.
Now, can I have an investigation roll from you?
Sure. Investigation. Okay.
I will give
Intelligence.
you'll have advantage here because Lady Mazara is also doing a stakeout.
Okay. My strongest, but I'll try. 14. Should I use my die on this? I have one left.
You're always running so low on them.
I know it's oh God.
I think you should.
Yeah, I think I should too. It's like hinges everything on this, so let's give it a go. 5, so 19
19.
is my last die.
It's not the easiest. Lots of people coming in and out relatively quickly. But you do spot the 2 quarries in particular that catch your interest.
All right.
You see the receptionist. Mostly just she had a slightly different hairstyle that you think you recognize to the others. The younger servant is slightly easier to recognize, standing out a bit more. You didn't see any other young ones on shift that day.
Okay.
Though you do notice something actually a bit odd as everything's going out. But this may say just more about the place you were at. Of the actual servants and retainers actually serving people all coming out, the vast majority, perhaps unsurprisingly, were women. Or they were all halflings, with the exception of the young servant.
Huh. Okay.
There's no tall adult men working with the staff.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting point. Vickers picks up on with his added perception there.
Mm-hmm.
You actually even see you even get informed of who Marco is as he leaves. So actually reveal his token because you get to see him on his way.
God, what a douchebag. Sorry. It's a nice token image though.
Ladies love him.
Yeah, I figure. All right.
You think both of you Lady Mazar think you've locked onto them.
Okay.
The question now is following them.
Yes.
Willard picks up and begins. It's not the easiest to necessarily follow people through the kind of cold snow. There's a lot going on. Lots of people moving around, and main thing is just you're losing line of sight quite easily as they kind of moving through the little alleyways. Someone who's better at tracking might be suited for helping support here now.
Well, Vickers will call on the support of the Great Zed then.
Yeah. I have my cat also out for helping me track with smell.
Yeah. Very
So
well.
survival?
Yep, survival, and since you've got the cat, you can have advantage on it. Your kitty cat.
Cannot give myself place because I have a pass without trace. Okay. 14.
14. It's hard. The weather conditions, the snow falling down. Just that it's quite late, being very dark at the moment. Even because, even Zed and his cat getting rather confused with all the footprints. You end up losing sight of the young servant in the snow. He's not necessarily. You might be able to. Someone might be able to help track him down still. Someone might, which you can propose if your character has a way of potentially, refinding them. But you're losing the trail on that side. Still got the request.
Okay. When you say like propose a way to find it, you mean we should decide that now, or
Any of you have an action to specifically try and track down the young servant who seems you've lost line of sight of? And this can be either sneakier people, this can be more social people. There's options.
yes.
But it wasn't-
Maybe.
No.
Yeah. Maybe like the king can ask for her, like from the walkers about in the storm. Maybe they've spotted her.
doing like a gather information to keep track of them.
Sure, I could try.
And talk of some people, maybe.
Yeah, I could talk some people up.
A woman of like this height and like a young boy of like this description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have an idea, but let's see if this works.
How out of curiosity, how does Amanus do his information gathering?
Well, I mean, he generally counts on his noble stature and his just natural or supernatural charisma to do a lot of it for him. Like he knows he has a comparatively magnetic personality, something that he imagines comes from his divine heritage, and also his haunted background. Like people instinctively want to help him just because they see like the great tragedy that has befallen him. Like it is something like you can see on a person if that person is sad or had a rough day, but the failure of Amanas is so profound that it is like almost like a mystical subconscious aura around him of just making people want to help him out of his problems, so to speak. This might be like, I mean, Amanas might perceive this as like a subconscious will to help the true sovereign of the nation. And for him, it's just obvious. Like, yes, my regalness and divineness is influencing these people on a subconscious level to just help. So I would roll charisma persuasion, but I will also point to my my haunted background that does state that people generally try the best to help me.
I think your haunted background makes perfect sense here. You are trying to, you're making requests of the common folk.
Yep.
And you're not doing so in a threatening manner to them.
No.
So I think as the group realizes they've lost track of, especially when they've lost track of the young servant they were following.
Yeah.
Amanus approaching up, perhaps towards one of the shop clerks who has like a little store on the side who's packing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've lost. Like you're talking about the fact that you're trying to look for this young kid. Perhaps they look at you and feel like the tragedy in your eyes. You lost your kid? Oh no. Yes, yeah. Oh, I do remember him. He went that way.
All right. Amanas will communicate. Pass on the information so the others can start tracking.
All right.
Because Amanas can't track for shit.
But that will count as a success on the little skill challenge I'm doing here.
All right. Nice work. Zed, you said that you had an idea?
Yeah, keep better track on the people.
Go ahead. The skill challenge you still need
So
a 2-to-1 right now.
something that is ability with the familiar when they are out is that Seth can also look through them and have their senses to help him. So I would like to use like that ability, like he takes his hands on like Vegas' shoulder and you can see his like eyes fading away as he takes control of the cat. And the cat just follows the boy very near because it's a cat. And it's just like, trying to be warm with the boy and like, maybe get some food and move, but being very perceptive with the cat itself. Or I guess it would be I guess I'm angling either perception or animal handling with this. Like I'm using directly the cat's senses.
Being the cat, but you're also having to direct the cat?
No, like
Or are you the cat right now? Sorry.
I am like inside the cat's mind. I am like commanding the like what the cat does.
Right, you see its senses and hear what it hears, but since you can directly control your familiar anyway, that's part and parcel, right?
Yeah, like currently, like Seth doesn't do, like the person, the elf, only can feel things. Like I cannot see what is in front of him, but I don't need to if I'm taking control of the cat and the cat is following the boy.
I'll accept a perception if you want for the cat to follow the boy.
If this is based on smell, cat has a keen smell that would give them an advantage. So keep that in mind. Depends if I have an advantage or not. But 14 and 21 if you have advantage due to keen smell. Hello?
Let's see. That is 14, was it?
Or 21 if the keen smell applies that the cat has.
Oh, yeah, I think Keen Smell could apply.
Yeah, so then it's 21.
The boy actually does smell oddly distinctive at the moment.
You come from a bath, right? Bath house.
Like he smells of all the bath salts and
Yeah.
which kind of stands out compared to the average commoner. Most of them aren't covered in so many fragrances.
Yeah. I do have one thing to try if we need something else.
I'm just checking something.
Yep, no rush.
Actually, that should be fine on that front. Okay. The group becomes a little bit split here, following, of course, they're trying to keep track of two separate targets.
Yeah.
Firstly, some of the group with Zed, with Vicus, would end up, Vicus and the mate, and kind of like Vicus, Ceres, probably Alanus here, end up actually following the receptionist servant and seeing where she ends up going.
Okay.
Though it's perhaps not exactly, might not be the right spot, you're not sure. But it appears that she is, as you can actually see, she is seemingly meeting up with someone who's rather familiar. It's a disguised Marco Alatori.
Oh. What on earth? Okay.
He's a receptionist. Maybe not the dirt you are wanting.
Maybe not, no.
Though you do hear a slight comment over the over the message that only Vickers can hear.
Right.
And there is his womanizing charms again.
I mean, we have an elf that can charm. Not me.
No, he's not my target. Don't deal with him. It's not worth my time. You hear her like annoyance.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Like clearly, there's no personal feelings. Not like she was using him.
Yeah, of course.
How womanizing he is, though, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah. Well, what about the other?
On the other front of the investigation, Zed and Lady Mazara in particular have managed to keep a decent eye But it does help that now there's a cat following. Turns out cats are kind of good at this. And, well, it does appear that he's arrived. He's gone to actually into one of the more high class districts, which he clearly does not belong in.
Ooh.
And he looks really scared shitless going in there.
Oh dear.
But he's clearly kind of clutching some kind of piece of paper and going in there, so he might be meeting up with the person.
All
Or
right.
delivering something to him.
Well, if Zed relays that, then I guess our group pivot to him too. Vickers might stay for like not too long, but just to determine if there's nothing other than what it normally seems like going on between Marco and the receptionist. And if it's not suspicious, then he'll pivot to the Mark and meet up with the others.
That will tell this to Amanas, and Amanas can relay it because Zed is blind and I have no other sense than touch. You have blind man follow with you.
You just hear
That's
like a
fine.
meow in your minds, like what? Oh.
No, the cat is different entity.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a joke.
Yeah, we can meet up for sure.
I guess I can speak. I guess that will speak up. Do you want the cat steal the paper or just follow?
Yeah,
Give
wait.
me like a shoulder push if you want, and do nothing if like in 30 seconds if no answer or needed.
I think Vickers would want him to keep it because presumably that's how he would be let in to where he needs to go. And if he doesn't have that, then he probably will freak out. So follow him for now.
The cat shall follow.
Can you read? Like, is he grasping it down by his side? Can you read anything from it at all?
He's holding it a bit too tight to his chest to really get any good read on it.
Gotcha.
He's clearly like scared shitless of he's scared shitless of what's written on it and also of losing it.
Yeah. So I feel like unless we physically restrain the poor Assad, that's not happening. But he's definitely going to lead us to where he needs to go. So, or where we can get some more info.
As you end up seeing him approach what looks like a fairly old manor house, and be let in by a couple of guards.
Okay.
The guards have this expression that they're clearly not happy seeing him here, but not in a like I'm upset anyway, almost like looking disgusted.
Ah. Okay.
He's been let in for whatever reason, so
Yeah. Let's infiltrate this place if we can. This manor house, I assume, is quite large.
it's sizable. It's not huge. It is within the town limits, so it can only be so big.
Right.
But I mean, it's sizable enough. You know, it has 2 floors, a little garden outside of it.
Yeah.
I mean, is it surrounded by a wall?
There's like spiked fence around the property.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm cat. I can just walk in there and like have a look around outside.
Yes, you can look into the garden certainly without drawing suspicion. The others, well, they can all pile up outside the fence somewhere.
Well, I'd imagine that perhaps one of us could distract the guards while the rest will slip in. Maybe.
That's for Team PC to figure out their approach then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm talking out of character here, like to everyone. Like,
I'm gonna do a quick cat scout to see what we can see through, like hopping into
Yeah.
windows and like walking outside like the cat owns the whole place.
Yeah.
Since the cat is still out. I could burn another pass without trace, and we can just sneak in. We could
Wait, it's passed without trace. How long is it normally?
an hour.
Has that already passed, or?
You don't have much of it left.
Right. Enough to get in, perhaps, but not enough to get out, I assume. Yeah, so we can attempt to sneak our way in. What do you guys think?
You've already confirmed where the target's currently staying, which is better than you had before.
I mean, we have passed without trace. I think we should try to get in. We need to get to him. Right? Or should we
Yes.
just wait for
Yeah.
him to?
I think this is a good opportunity to go in now that like he
Because-
is unaware of what's going on.
Because honestly, we don't know if he's gonna move or if he's gonna stay like in
Yeah.
place soon. Like the whole weirdness in the bath might have him suspecting something. So
It's just a means of how
A
we're
lot
going
of
to get in.
commotion around the bar.
But yeah, we can attempt to sneak in somehow. I'm just thinking, do we need a distraction or not?
I mean, what kind of distraction are you wanting?
I don't know, something to get the guards away from the front at least, or like, because like if that's the only entranceway, we need to sneak through it, and it's going to be difficult if guards are standing right there, right?
I can climb.
The spiked wall, the spikes on it.
Despite defense, it's not that big a deal to climb, especially in his armor. His armor's not going to be penetrated by some spikes.
Oh, sure. Okay. Well, yeah, we could attempt to like climb it around the back or something then.
I don't know if I can use the cat for distraction.
But the main thing is you're planning to get inside the building without any of the anyone just noticing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
So
see a
maybe-
lot of staff though weirdly around the ground. Like you see a few guards on the outside, but you don't see a lot of movement of staff otherwise inside. There's not a lot
Okay.
in the windows.
Hmm. Yeah. Then I guess we kind of circle around to the back of the manor house with the try and scale the fence without being spotted.
Yeah. Like only way I could distract is like if the cat like just jumps on one of the cars, touches his face, and runs away.
Yeah. What does Mazara think actually? About what approach would she take?
Given the situation here, I think she would probably take a similar approach of looking for a good opportunity and scaling the fence.
Yeah.
She doesn't know enough about the guards yet to know if she could manipulate them.
Right.
Though certainly having a distraction would make you wouldn't have to look for an opportunity. You could just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should go with the stealth approach. But if there's distraction and it fails, then there's gonna be alarm.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we just wait and see if there's wait for an opportunity, and then just go for it.
We have to go with you soon.
Yeah, and we have the snowstorm covering most of our tracks here, right? So
I will need a stealth check, but given the snowstorm, a stealth check from all of you,
yes.
given you're going to be just waiting around the outside of the property.
Yeah.
Given the snowstorm and you've got path up trace, it should be easy for you in theory.
All right, let's give it a go. Pass without trace adds 10, is it?
Yeah, plus 10.
Plus 10, okay.
So it's 21 for me.
22 for me.
Oh, hang on. I'm getting that. I'm getting that.
$19 then.
Go team. You do manage to bide your time and not get spotted, though you think the pass without trace might be the only reason.
Yeah.
And eventually you see a moment where the guards, seemingly getting tired of the blizzard, are heading deeper, are kind of starting to huddle a little bit more towards some of the light sources. Some of the braziers on the ground, giving you a kind of a brief moment there while they've got their backs turned and trying to heat themselves up to perhaps get in. Yeah, you've got a minute or two there, at least.
Right, awesome.
I suppose the group's going to scale the wall and try to get inside. I'm going to quickly grab your tokens. This might be needed.
Yep.
You kind of all slip inside. You do manage to find a window that's unlocked that you can quickly all just kind of jump through as well. Seemingly letting you into a study on the ground floor. One thing that's a bit notable, though, as you kind of make your way in, judging by the emblems and like sigils around, this is definitely not that guy's estate. That's for sure.
Right.
It's definitely someone else's estate that he's been lent. We presume lent. Unless he's just breaking and entered. Okay, then. Give me a few minutes and then I will transition us.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
We'll get a go to the toilet when you need.
Yes. Be right back.
No, it's okay. I can go.
Dark. I will leave the cat outside to keep watch, and if something like comes inside, I want the cat to inform me mentally. Are you there, Dark?
I think they stepped away.
What?
I think they stepped away.
That'd be true.
I'm back.
Are we still waiting something?
Huh?
Mhm.
Are we waiting still something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Just
darkest
silence.
prepping stuff. No, sorry, I'm just passively like hanging out. Sorry, I'm still here.
I'm
Spacing out a
currently
bit.
I'm currently reading in Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, and I'm fascinated. So
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
it's really good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot so far.
Yeah.
Out today.
Yeah. I have read through it in this game, and I have to say it's pretty good. I like the many things.
I like I like there's a lot of like really cool dark domains. And it's fun too because I'm mostly familiar with like Ravenloft, like Barovia, of course, and it's the domain of the Lich Aslan. That's the other one like I know a fair bit about, but it was fun to read about all of these other ones.
Yeah. Certainly they are many. Like some are really different than the others.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like the Mindflay Dream one.
yeah. It's really neat.
I read it was like, man, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. Very Cthulhu-like.
Oh yes.
I like also the desert one. Which one is this?
Yeah, that's
Aslan.
featured in the classic PC game Stone Prophet, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there are two PC games set in the Ravenloft setting. The first one is called Strahd's Possession, and the second one is Stone Prophet, and it's set in that like desert dread world.
Oh,
Who
know
gets
about it.
possessed in Strahd's possession, or is it possession as an item?
It's I guess we'll have to play to find out.
I think it's a
What's
possession as a land.
ah?
Strahd's connection to his land is very strong.
What platform is this game? Oh God, it's
PC, yeah.
DOS. Jesus.
Oh yes, came out in the like 80s or early 90s. It's certainly something.
Guess we'll have to try it out.
Hmm. I know. I want to run Curse of Strahd one day. If nothing else, so I could use my stage vampire voice for
Yeah.
for Strahd.
I actually have recently run it with Manaka and other people.
Yep.
It is pretty great. I have
Yes, it's a really good one. It's
So
one
my
of
only
those.
recommendation, if you land to run it, take a look of the like a subreddit for it because there are very much neat ideas that like fill up the world also.
Yeah. Did you run the first print or the revamped?
The revamp.
Okay. I
The
had the
one is
first.
on the D&D Beyond.
Okay. Yeah, I had the first print, like physical copy. So
Blech. So I may have accidentally spilt stuff. So
Oh gosh, no.
boy,
spilling liquid over my computer is not a great idea.
Gosh,
It's
I'm
not.
sorry. I hope it's okay.
I am talking to you.
It's true, but I still hope everything else is okay.
That's a different problem.
Yeah.
The cold drink, though, so not the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Okay, so the group has managed to sneak their way inside. Let me move you.
No, the dark. I will leave the cat outside to keep a watch if anything comes in, and it can inform me telepathically.
Good idea.
As long as we are in 100 feet
Yeah.
distance.
If you look to the left, you'll see as you've climbed into a small study room.
Oh, yes.
There's a few bookshelves, so they don't contain anything particularly too interesting. Most of it is just local scrolls on like laws and stuff. There's a little writing desk in here, though. It's pretty dusty, though. It doesn't look like anyone's used this room in a while.
Right.
Or they just open to let some air in.
Well, let's fan out to search for our mark. So any noises, any speech, anything?
Yes. Now you're in here. You do hear noise. Actually, you hear quite a lot of noise from the room just, well, really the only way out of here, the northern door.
All
You
right.
can't really see it well. It's only
Then-
two doors.
Go listen at it.
It just sounds like absolute rabble rousing. It sounds like the room's gone into like a large drunken bar of people who are not the nicest.
Ah. That is
Various ne'er-do-wells, as it might be.
right. um gosh, is it possible to like open it slightly? Just like a smidgen just to get a little bit of view in? Given the noise that's going on, maybe they won't notice.
And we'll creak the door open very slightly. Peek in. Some kind of maybe like lounge area for the house. You see what looks like a piano in there,
Okay.
and the piano is just covered in beer bottles.
Hmm.
People clean at the table, and there's also a distinctive smell of like very dirty musk in the air.
Right. So above the rabble, is there any strong voice that's actually saying something significant, or is it
Not
just
in
all
that room.
right? And you said this is the only way out of here?
There's technically another door actually on the other side, which Zed went towards on the left from you,
Yes. This one? Yeah.
which appears to lead into a central foyer.
So these doors go into separate rooms. They're not
Yes,
connected.
separate
Okay.
rooms.
And the noise is coming from this one specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better take the other one.
Let's peek into the foyer, shall we?
Peek into the foyer, and you don't see anyone in there doing so. Not currently, at least.
Gosh, I wish I got better sight into this room.
I mean, you can
'Cause
open the
he's-
door more.
Yeah, but he sees someone right there, right?
There appears to be a person there. You'd think they're mixing drinks.
Okay. Yeah, let's get a better look here. I need to see if the person that's like,
Health check.
yes, I can do that.
Technically pass without trace might be still on running.
Combat trace would probably be out now.
Right, then
I'm in here, but not much else.
that would be just a 12 then. But maybe they're loud enough.
You see him make a hand motion, and the volume starts dropping.
Okay. I think we should just go in here.
Yep.
All right, let's hit him.
We'll burst in through the door.
I can burst.
Yeah, right through.
You want me to go first, or
No, the time is of the essence here.
Right,
So by
go.
the time you get up, they'll be ready. So he's just gonna go straight in.
Start then.
Feeble kidnapper, huh?
Yes, initiative. Wow. Why couldn't I have rolled that from my check? Uh,
Forgot where the button was for a hot minute then.
Oh, I rolled really good. What the hell? Nice.
Like yours vanished for some reason.
Mine vanished. I rolled
Yeah.
a 25.
I saw. It's not there on the
I
initiative.
rolled so high it just disappeared. I slipped into the shadow plane for a bit.
There we go, yeah. Oh man, a shatter would be incredible on that table.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, Nix will burst in. The door flies open. He'll throw a blade at the kid, this guy here next to him. He doesn't know yet if they're hostile, so I to be honest, he'd just be working to just knock them cold. That's his first reaction. So he's gonna do that. So that is 25 for 10 on the one right next to him. Then he will, with his bonus action, throw one straight ahead of him at number 3. His bonus action, 23 for 6. Then he'll think, yeah, he'll stride into the room and basically like, I don't know, get it up and personal with this guy. Wait, let me see. How much movement does he have? 20. He can go around like. Why is that diagonal giving 2? Oh, whatever. He'll get here. And that's him. Quick entry.
Is that?
I guess I will go there. Have done. I guess. Yeah, there. And I shall throw an ice knife to the people of Bandit 1. Let's see. In level 1, I guess 7 does miss.
7
Well,
miss.
yeah, all of them have to make a dex save DC 13.
This group over here, right?
Yep.
They're good.
They don't take. I don't think they take half damage with that.
Each creature within 5 feet must succeed at dexterity for or
Yep. No half damage. That's all. That's his turn. He takes
Yes.
his bar out.
I mean, let's just end this, right?
Yep.
Now, a shatter will probably wake the entire house.
That is true.
You could try to throw like fireball on the kidnapper free to kill it.
I've only got a firebolt, but yeah, I'll get 3.
Yeah, I mean firebolt.
Or miss. Just go back in here.
I'll let you know that vase you just hit was very valuable.
Up here. Start a swinging. We'll go. Great sword on this one. We start with the feeble kidnapper number 1. 17 for 12.
17 for 12 is kidnapper 1.
Yeah. Yep. Very good. And that's him.
You're down. You're down. So Lady Mazara will come over to here. Look out into the room. And we'll... And she can use Firebolt of her own. Why not? Against people kidnapper number 3. Yeah, that should be fine.
I'm sorry, but 240 feet is she... Like, what?
You can take a feat for that, I think.
Would sort of make sense for an assassin, wouldn't it?
She has her meat.
Yep.
You're down. Ah. Well, this is awkward for them.
Yes.
Surely. Well, giving a drunken swear, he's going to swing an axe at Amanus.
That is a miss.
As he then stumbles himself to his feet, kind of swaying from side to side. Don't worry, I got him. The other bandit calls out. Both just haphazardly missing. Kind of pathetic, actually.
Alright, Vicus will swiftly step here. Number 1, blades. 14.
14 does hit.
Okay, a sneak attack with that. Throw another blade just as the one is falling. Another one just swoops past him into hopefully into the third one. 21 for 6. That's Vicus.
Pure and slice with scimitar. Yeah, no. That's it.
Halldamir.
Sorry, I missed that.
Your turn.
Firebolt. And miss again. An 8 and a 9. What?
That's so weird.
2 and a 3 on the die. That's just unfortunate.
Sorry, I feel like I'm stealing your rolls from you.
No, you're fine.
The king.
No. Yes. We attack the last dude. 22 for 14.
Of course, some random thug is not going to be anything to stop the king.
Of
No.
course not. This is absolutely pathetic.
Alright.
deal with the room of drunken fools relatively quickly.
Suppose as the last one falls, is there any further sounds nearby?
Not immediate noises nearby, though you can hear more activity from upstairs.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you think you're relatively safe.
Okay. So those doors here and here, or those windows?
Windows.
Right.
The only door out of this room is also into the foyer.
Suppose we shall do that then.
Can I like quickly place the bandage that in the table like they are sleeping? If somebody looks from the window, like they're just all like sleeping.
You can try.
Yeah. Quick mending for like clean up, and then let's make them like they all pass out.
Like they just passed out drunk from drinking instead of actually being killed.
Yep.
Or not.
Seems relatively quiet though. Otherwise, you hear some activity from upstairs, but not much else.
Let's move to the foyer.
That leads towards the front door.
Right. We have a door here, or
Is the door there? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Leads into the dining room.
The foyer doesn't have any stairs attached to it, does it?
No stairs in the foyer.
Right.
There are other doors, of course.
Yes.
Are you trying to be quiet while you're moving around down here?
Vicus is. I don't know about everyone else though.
Yes, it would be trying to be quiet.
No, well, I can try, but Amnes would reckon that if there's like drunk guards down here, like people moving around wouldn't be like alarming to anyone else.
I think silence might be more alarming.
Exactly. So
Yep.
he's gonna be. He's not gonna move like in the front or anything. He's gonna try to stay close to the guard room here in the beginning, but he's not gonna try to be quiet.
Yeah. Do you want a stealth roll from me, Dark?
Not yet. It's just good to know that you are.
That I am. Okay, sure. I see a door here.
Yes. The kitchen.
Okay. For the door here.
Looks like it's been here cooking recently.
Oh, recently, right? Okay.
The oven still has like embers of the fire going.
Okay.
And it looks like someone has prepared quite a meal, and there's a distinctive smell in the air.
Oh,
It's a very sweet smell,
very sweet.
almost slightly intoxicating.
Oh.
It's odd.
That is odd. There's a door in front of him, yeah?
There is a door in front of you.
Alright, you will open it. Oh, okay. Now we see some stairs.
You find a little corridor area with stairs going up. And technically stairs down, for that matter, but
Yeah.
it's probably
You'll-
Front of me, a door also. I guess
turns out
this one.
that's also a stairwell.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
Two stairwells.
because So I'll open this door and see there's 2 stairwells. So
And just to save you the effort, closet.
yes.
Do we split on or one group?
We can all go one way. Which way do you want to go?
I mean, this looks fancier, so let's go this one.
Sure. We go upstairs.
We'll go upstairs. Okay. So confirm you're going for up the northern stairs?
Yes.
Okay. You immediately hear the sound of talking get louder as you go up. Okay. But you do hear people talking the other side of the door. You probably won't be able to sneak past them.
Okay.
But you may, of course, you may be able to come out quickly.
Yeah. If we even move to somewhere I can actually see where that is.
Exit is directly to the south of Vickers.
So let's just move in and kill.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Let's get in.
Okay. I'll keep the old initiative running.
All right.
Just taking out the dead.
Yep.
Vickers!
All right. It's breaching clear, folks.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
I see a
door.
bit more less drunk. So
They
step
definitely look drunk. Yeah, these ones actually look like they're just kind of chatting.
kidnap report. Swoop. 21 for 8.
Okay.
Against 4. And bonus action, another one. That's definitely a miss.
Happiness.
Does
Uh,
the first attack have a sneak attack?
no, because I don't have advantage and no one else is nearby either. So I can't sneak attack in that case.
Far more alert than the other ones.
He'll move here. Get in, engage this guy. That's him.
I'll move behind here and I'd like to slice this kidnapper 4. No. That's set.
Okay. Ceres?
Firebolt number 1. Wow. Just
I know how you feel.
wow.
They seem to have lost their gift amulets.
Well. He'll win here. Get this guy. Hopefully. We are 24 for 11.
24 for 11. When it hits, not down.
He'll move here. Maybe he can block or intercept that other stupid kidnapper.
Bar moves past swiftly. and will attack the able kidnapper. Sadly, she also misses.
Mm.
Right. She even added fire damage to her rapier.
Yeah.
Uh,
The same glimmering one that we saw earlier.
No.
Oh.
It's actually one from her collection that you gave back.
Oh shit! I should have looked at it. Oh well.
I mean, it didn't look extinctually magical just from the outside, but it is still covered in fire right now. So
Who knows?
the
You have used the death magic.
the kidnapper ends up calling out, just shouting loudly, "Who the fuck are all of you? Boys, get in here!"
Good question.
As this isn't a great position to be in. But he'll do what he can. He will go ahead and try to stab at Zed. No. All of you are pretty annoying. Vegas, you get this one.
All right, that definitely hits.
Then, going to go ahead and bonus action disengage.
Right.
Not liking being surrounded by all of you. This other bandit, meanwhile, just knocking on the wall. Again, creating loads of noise. And from there, he's going to go ahead and chuck a dagger at one of you. Instead, you can have the dagger.
No.
Disappointing. Also, draw another dagger if you can do that. Bursting through the door, another badly dressed man, firing a crossbow at the king. The crossbow jams. The crossbow is too afraid to fire at the king.
Vicus will. It's one of the situations where I don't know if it's better to just attack twice or wait for a sneak attack. He will ready an action so that if any one of his allies, basically, if anyone steps within 5 feet of an enemy, then he will use his reaction to attack that enemy. And that's his turn.
Okay. Bandit. Hi, Zed.
I mean, technically he approached 5 feet to me. So
Yeah, I'll trigger my reaction, my ready action, and I'll throw a blade at him. 23. And oh well, yeah. There we go.
Probably not that low. Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, dead.
Well, if he's not dead, then I will sneak attack as well for additional 12. He might be dead from that, so he might not need to revive him.
I need to great set points because it's really not working.
Oh.
Okay, he is alive.
Okay.
There.
Good.
Not very alive, but he's alive.
I shall
Sneak
then
attack is
slice
good.
him. I can spend it too.
Nice.
16 for 4 damage.
Hey, teamwork.
Eh. And I shall move here. That's my turn.
You know, we'll come a bit over here, and then blast number 4, hopefully, maybe. 17 for 7.
Kaboom.
Yeah. Finally.
Oh.
It might be drawing more attention.
Yes, indeed.
Come out, take a shot at Sarah. Exactly.
All right.
Well, I think at this point, make as much noise as you want.
Yeah.
Lots
Go
of
here.
place.
And hit Able Kidnapper number 1. With a great sword. 20 for 15
Ooh.
damage. Got
Holy-
wrecked. I think that's my
Holy,
maximum
holy.
damage.
Ouch. It is.
20 for 15 damage.
Yep.
Because
Yeah,
Able
just max. Damn.
Alright, that's me.
not very good for his health, though.
No.
Lady Mazora will dance in and stab with her rapier. But miss again. Damn it, lady. She's supposed to be better than this. I told you I didn't want to be disturbed. As just the grey-haired man just steps out, no longer looking like noble garb, and now more fitting in with the banditry. And at his side, having this large black greatsword,
Oh.
that arcing with lightning.
Oh.
Oh shit, no.
Oh, now we're talking.
Well, now we know what we're getting Amanas.
Yeah.
I have a new target. Oh, no, said. Oh, no, said.
Will I die again? We'll see.
He is not happy.
Oh,
You're too
shit.
young to die, Zed. You can live for another 200 years, probably.
We shall see.
Actually, what's the base die on a greatsword?
I think
Forgot.
it's
D12?
Sounds about right.
If you're
Remember-
two-handing it.
D12 or 2d6. So
I think, yeah. 2D. Wait, Greatsword is 2d6, actually. My apologies.
Yes, 2d6.
I can't remember if it's the great axe versus great sword because I know that one's d12, one's d6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great Axe is d12. The Great Sword is 2d6. So, Great Sword is arguably better. But like half a point of damage or something.
He will take the swing at Zed.
Ow.
Well, then.
Whoa!
Well,
that is
your
true.
life, but Jesus Christ.
As the
Ouch.
great sword just comes down, and just tears through Zed's what armor Zed had. A massive gash through his breastplate.
How this is how the story usually goes.
He looks rather pissed off at the moment. Possibly understandably.
Yeah. Yeah.
While when leaving his house.
This man needs to go immediately.
It does.
At least I'm giving you the sneak attack.
He can't move away. He's engaged with the king.
Yes.
That's right. That's why I moved here, so you couldn't
He's cunning actually. Does he want to do that?
want to risk it.
Well, you can cunning disengage if he has it.
Yeah, he could cunning disengage.
What? What is this?
Yeah, well, cunning
What
actually.
is this trickery?
Get back here.
Well then. You think you have escaped, but you have
as
not.
in- You can also have an axe.
No.
I don't think cards.
We're trying to get rid of them. The bandit kind of fumbles. Clearly intimidated by the large gentleman.
Yeah, if you aren't convinced now that he was bad, then the fact that he's hanging around bandits, I mean.
Yeah, yes.
Right. This guy needs to go down, so he's gonna start attacking him immediately. Messenger. Let's see. Wow, now it's my turn to fumble. Well, let's miss, I assume. Throw another one. There we go. 24. And sneak attack for a total of 17 psychic.
He takes it and blinks, looks over at you.
He'll see where he is.
He gives you the look of you're next.
Sure, go for it. Yeah, why not?
2 cure wounds on myself.
Cure wounds, huh? Okay.
Yeah, level 2. That's not good. Yeah, that's me.
All right. In that case, I think I will start off by casting a witch bolt at this dude. I'm going to upcast it for a bit more initial damage, and I'm also going to quicken spell it.
Ooh.
Oh my.
12 probably misses, doesn't it?
A 12 is going to miss, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna, with my, as that was my bonus action, use my normal action to cast Firebolt
Oh, nice.
for a 24 for 9.
He's bloodied. Get him.
Okay.
Yeah. My turn.
At hearing orders being barked to deal with these annoying the annoying mage and the annoying dagger person, the bandits could just slip past with his disengage. Oops, can't go that way. You can't quite reach. There. But he'll still get closer so he can try and deal with it. He'll have to sit here for the moment. And start
Nope.
now.
It's the shield.
Right. I have some things that need to be happening here. First of all, I'm gonna walk away from that dude because he has more important things to engage with.
He'll try and attack you.
Yes, I imagine he would.
Have an axe.
So hit 4 points of damage. I'll take that.
Barely a flesh wound.
Yeah, you barely notice it. He's all intent is on focused on Messenger Cold Stock here. Yeah, he will be casting as a bonus action Wrathful Smite. Which basically charges my weapon with a psychic power, channeling his dread and determination into his blade. Now, if I hit him, he will take more damage and he will have to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened until the spell ends.
Ooh.
This is my big, like, scary single target control thing that I can do. If I hit him, 21 should hit.
21 does hit.
Thank you. So that is 11 plus 3 psychic damage, and I will also smite him just to drive this home because, you know, fuck everything. And let's go. Because there's a free action. I will expend, well, I only have a level 1 slot, I believe, so that is what we're gonna burn. For additional 5 radiant.
Damn. What's it look like?
Well, Amonas, like him bursting out with his like crackly sword and being all like evil. Basically, Amonas just seemingly completely forgets about the just bandit he was fighting. He just turns around and just walks away from him. And like he gets shot on the shoulder with the axe, doesn't even notice it. And as he moves towards him, you know, the halo starts to light. The energy of the sword seems to be effused with like silvery and darkness, like equal amounts. And then as he strikes, it just pours into him, you know, in a small like detonation of just absolute dread and holy energy. As he is like basically just roars at him, "Criminal, degenerate! I will destroy you!"
Nice. And oh right, a wisdom save too.
Yes. A wisdom save. DC 14. So there's a fail. He is frightened. And until the spell ends, as an action, he can make a wisdom check, but he has a disadvantage on the wisdom check because he's frightened.
And this is versus fear, was it?
Yes.
Then he succeeds.
Always a fighter. Interesting. All right. Well,
He is not cold by your intimidation, sir.
Well, let's see if he can keep that up.
He may not be able to. Depends if the lady can take him out or not.
I have more spell slots.
When it's
Bizarre.
you can do.
Your mark is here. Strike true and get him this time.
Maybe she can actually hit for once.
Yeah, be nice.
He's going to attempt to not kill him with this blow.
Yes.
I feel like we have softened him up. There we go.
Hey, this is very
Vengeance.
poetic.
He will successfully
Yes.
will successfully take him down, and because of Lady Mazara's abilities, it's almost like a graceful dance. Seeing her as she moves in and with a dueling slash takes down her opponent, and then almost with that same sword's kind of movement, draws the rune for one of her spells in the air, launching a firebolt straight forward.
Oh.
As a bonus action, since she got to take down her opponent. Able Bandit, have a firebolt.
Damn. What? Okay. What the fuck?
Trickster, huh?
That's interesting.
You've heard of Arcane Trickster, she's Arcane Duelist, so enjoy that.
Wow.
That's it. Sorry, bud, you didn't get to use your special ability there.
Good.
But unfortunately, someone happened to unleash a giant hammer of doom on him.
Tell us told for him.
The rest of them, to be honest, are going to be pretty cold now the leader is down. You can dispatch them in short order. The only question is, lethally or non-lethally?
They're criminals. I'm gonna kill them.
All right. Well, there you
The
go.
king-
If no one has
decided-
any other opinions.
King has spoken. As far as Vicus is concerned.
You,
What is
you,
Mizara?
you execute all the criminals except for Mesner Coldstock.
Halt, criminal scum.
Pretty much.
Lose their morale very quickly without him here to motivate them. So,
Right.
they're dead. He wants to be dead. They can go off to the murder room where I stole all the tokens you've killed. Big room. But yes, everything goes silent. As Lady Mazara looks very satisfied, having gotten the final blow. Well,
Yes.
Now, tell me about the sword.
What's yours? It's definitely magical. I can identify it if you need me to, but for now, I want to deal with him.
He nods. Yes, that seems fair.
You don't mind if I take him off somewhere private for an interrogation, do you?
I do actually. I would like to Vikas to be present.
Glares back.
Yeah, he just looks at her, be like, "Don't test me on this."
Fine.
Vickers will wave his hand. I'll be just a passive observer, nothing else. Do as you wish.
I don't intend on being merciful on him.
Vickers smiles and says, "You do as you wish."
He might not be my true target, but some of his crimes are still unforgivable.
Mhm.
But yeah, the house is relatively quiet. There is some stuff here actually you can take if you would like.
Yeah,
Looting the place.
Oh yeah, we'll plunder this place for sure.
looty looty.
Well, looting all the noble furnishings and such is probably not something you can reasonably do and sell without suspicion.
Yeah, of course. Don't need the easy stuff.
When it comes to more the banditry gear and the fact that his personal war gear, that is certainly up for grabs.
Yeah.
As well as his personal coffers.
Yes.
Should definitely take it, all of it.
So, of course, the first thing you get is his unique greatsword, Zolzir. Zolzir is, for the most part, it is a fairly standard greatsword. Except it is made of just purely pitch black metal. You have no idea what it is, though. When it hits, it deals an additional 1d8 lightning damage.
Alright.
And if you critically hit with it, the target must make a DC 13 con save or be stunned for 1 turn.
Oh, alright.
Pretty good.
I
You
shall-
do all your
And
spells.
you also get a flat +1 on attack and damage while wielding it.
I'll take it.
Ah, yeah. So you'd be doing what, like smite, like a normal slashing, psychic,
Yeah.
radiant, lightning. Like what the fuck?
The max I could probably pull off then is 3d6 for the sword, and then I can produce 2d8 for the smite. I can produce another d6 necrotic from my aura, and then another d6 psychic from the wrathful smite. So
Jesus. All right. Well,
Didn't you also do another D8 if the target is undead and
yes, it's true. If
Yeah.
the target isn't dead as well, we'll do another d8, and so that would be everything in one attack, pretty much. Or after that, all spells and everything is spent. But if something needs to die very
Yeah.
quickly, that is the way to do it for sure.
with the possibility of frighten and stun.
Yes, but frightened
Yeah.
and stunned. And the thing is with that wrathful smite, if I hit someone with that, and they fail that initial save, they are almost certainly not gonna get out of that, because it's a wisdom save after that, not a wisdom check, not a save, and they have disadvantage on it, and the DC is 14. So it's a good one. Now this fucker had advantage on it.
Yeah.
Grumble, grumble.
Good stuff though. What else is there?
Yeah. Other than that, you also managed to find his armor, though I don't think it's going to interest the party at all. It's not magical, and it's high quality. It wasn't full plate. What was it? It was splint.
Hold on.
despite he didn't actually have splint equipped because you kind of caught him off guard.
Yes.
Turns out he wasn't expecting to. He wasn't wearing splint in his bedchamber.
Could probably sell it though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
worth 200 gold.
Unless Ed wants it.
What's
It's a
heavy?
medium. I cannot.
It's heavy
Oh,
armor.
right, yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy.
No, yeah, let's just pawn it off.
That's a thing.
When you say the material is unknown for the great sword, is it something we can identify, or is it just we don't know?
You don't know at the moment. You might identify it later.
All right.
Might give you clues to where the sword comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks interesting. It's covered in all kinds of strange, very sharp-looking runes.
All right.
Yeah, I think for maybe the mages and scholars to look over at some point.
Yep.
The thinkers of the group. Not implying anything.
Well, we got a really smart lady, Naraya. Oh, Lady Saris Naraya.
I mean, in fairness, the entire room is full of smart people. Good looking intelligences.
True, but Vicus isn't smart magically. He's just smart normally, I guess.
Yeah, you also have two primary casters in the room. So.
Yeah.
Other than that, you also find a personal stash of spending money he had.
Hey.
Which, adding up the various coinage, some of it foreign, some of it local, about 1,000 gold.
Oh, nice. Oof.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby, yeah. Oof. Very profitable.
Other than that,
Nice.
most of the other stuff you can get hold of quickly is junk.
Right.
So not really worth tracking. Unless any of you wants a suit meant for a 6 foot tall person. Well, 6 foot, a bit tall person.
Like a suit, like
formal wear suit.
Let me check how tall I put Vicus.
You can just take it to Taylor.
Yeah.
The point is that there is a fancy black suit.
He'll take it.
I think you should have it. Yeah.
He needs some fancy wear. He'll get it tailored.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of interest. The bandits have also done quite a number of this place anyway.
Is the
Right.
servant boy here?
Yes, that's important actually.
The servant boy is here, yes. As you'll end up finding him hiding in kind of back corners of the room that Melanie came out of, seemingly worried about all of the shouting and such. But he's here. He's unharmed, as far as you can tell. So, and he also looks greatly relieved that Mesnir is gone.
Yes.
So,
I mean, I think we shall also take him to questioning.
that can be something that's covered later, though. It's late now.
Yeah.
I think we'll end session here with your victory. Out of session, I will send to you, Valky.
Yes.
What you end up learning from the interrogation.
All right.
And Lady Mazara will keep her word, though, and she will join your court in hunting down, at least for as long as you're hunting down the witch.
All right.
Beyond then, you can renegotiate.
Huzzah. Okie doke.
Does the fancy sword have a name?
Yes, I'll write out its name for you. It is Zolzir.
Zolzir. All right.
It is almost like midnight black, though. the material.
Yes.
Which in fact does fit your aesthetic well enough.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Midnight black with these like basically white runes kind of carved into it.
You said on a crit you had to make a
DC
cons.
13 on save or be stunned.
Mm-hmm. For how long?
Just one turn. But hey, one turn's better than nothing.
That is, one turn is huge.
And yeah, +1 attack and damage plus the 1d8 from lightning damage.
That's a great weapon.
It's actually also the first magic item you guys. Actually, technically the second magic item you guys have run across. The other one being the ring of. The other one being obviously the contract ring for the mayor.
Yeah.
And Theo's mask, but it's kind of
That's technically true, but that one's a bit of a weird exception because it was made by the artificer.
We also came across Lady Mizara's rapier, but we just never looked.
That's true.
Hers actually comes from a very different thing because she has the ability to add elemental stuff to her weapons. So,
Oh, cool.
technically, her weapon wasn't magical. It's just she can make it magical.
Okay.
Kind of magical. She can get extra damage on a hit.
Yes.
You know, turns out Helens when you're a bit of a hybrid of martial plus magic.
Yep.
But you have succeeded.
Woo.
And in doing so, you've also now got a valuable ally who will also be able to help you figure out what's going on with help you figure out what's going on with the Blood Elf.
Yep.
I think next time, do you guys have more business here actually before we end though? Will you guys have more business here in Vanderheim?
Not necessarily, I think.
Or
No,
do you want to meet up with your council and get a status report?
I think
My only business would be if we have downtime.
That's your choice. You can take downtime. That's kind of, you know, where do you want to go? You can go back and you can basically go back for a meeting, like get any updates. You can stick around Vanderheim and do work with the mayor for money and favor.
I think we should check back, honestly. Unless anyone has something very specific there.
not right now, no.
I just want to have like a little bit of downtime in this town before we leave, but not too long, not like days.
Keep in mind the town also has like an apothecary capable of brewing potions and that kind of stuff. So it is possible for you to spend your the gold you've earned on potential resources.
Okay.
Or you can always, you know, save it for bigger projects.
I mean, if I have money, I can make potions also in downtown.
Yes, healing potions that can happily make all of you as well.
Yep.
Give me gold for my reserve again.
Yeah. I think other than just informing the mayor, and then probably checking up. I don't mind having a bit of downtime if we need it in between.
I just want to take a look at that noble lady girl, because mages are rare, and she is actually a wizard.
Yeah, we
Sure.
can definitely
And,
do that.
Definitely poke at that, but I can do that in downtime, so just a little bit of time to have a look at her.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
so your characters maybe spend a couple of days, like one or 2 days, maybe 2 days here. Sound good?
Well, I
I
think
think that's fine.
Yeah.
Let your characters have time to do shopping, see a smith if you want to, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
See a tailor before you head back, and then hear what's been going on. I also have good news for. I'll also let you know, Jonas. I have good news for you.
Oh, awesome.
Ryden may have succeeded at a role he needed to make because you set him a mission before.
Yes, I did.
Down.
Brilliant.
So when you get back to your new fortress, you may have a base like waiting for you.
I wonder if he has like, is there like weird steampunk additions? Is it going to be like steampunk Iron Man suit? Because I'm
Probably not. He's not had that much time with it. He's only had a couple of weeks.
Now,
is the
you
next
got your
person.
magic sword.
I need exhaust pipes.
I mean, he can install those, but he might need time.
That's
Big
fine.
jet engine.
Yeah, a jet engine. I'm like a little jetpack, so I can like ride around as
Nice.
an avenging angel with my black lightning sword.
Yeah, so we stick around for 1 or 2 days, and then we head
Your
back.
council will be given a couple of days of downtime then, and then we will pick up in a council meeting.
All right.
I look forward to seeing all of you in a week's time.
Yes.
All right. Awesome.
Just one quick question before we leave. If we are doing downtime, do we want to split the pot right now? Do we have something to work with if we need to buy stuff? Or
If you decide to split the pot, you have about 500 each.
okay, that's good to keep in mind.
I mean, I do need healing potions. I only have one. I would like to make some of them.
Yeah, so we have 500 each. So I guess, and if someone wants something bigger, then you can just put it in chat during the week and we can discuss it, right? Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See why not?
Oh, okay.
I'll get
just need a
the
confirmation.
exact amount of money for you then.
All right. Well, other than that, that's all I wanted to discuss. So I will go to bed. Thank you for the session, Dark.
That's not a problem. Let me just give you a second so I can get you the actual value.
Yep.
I'm gonna head off if that's it.
Yeah.
So your
Whatever.
your total gold for the session, if you decide to split the pot, 485 gold and 5 silver pieces
Perfect.
Sometime if we sell the split now.
each.
Each.
That's not
Yeah.
that's not including you selling like the splint.
Okay.
Do
I
we
have-
sell it?
I-
Do
Do we need it?
no.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can sell it then.
Another quick question is homebrew content turned on for the campaign on D&D Beyond, because I just created like the sword as a homebrew thing, but I can't add it to my character.
You have to. I don't know. Either
I will have to do that.
You can allow it in the settings.
Yeah, I think you have to allow it
because
because it's the
you're
campaign.
technically it's your campaign.
I mean, I think
Have you
Let me
allowed
check.
it in your character itself, Jonas? Because
I
it's also
don't know.
check. We'll look at it.
I can take a look. Let me look. Okay, now
but-
it's homebrew allowed and non-core is allowed also with you. I shall do that with everybody.